Hello, everybody. We're back. We're here. It's time for the greatest game of all time, the greatest gacha game to ever exist. You all know the amazing, the wonderful Limbus Company. There we go. Oh, what? Oh, it looks like the dimensions are a little off. Hold on, let me change that. I was streaming Dead by Daylight last time, so that's probably why the dimensions are off, but just adjust those really quickly. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and jump into Canto 8. This is the final Canto that I need to complete. We are in China. Or I don't remember which corporation this is. This is... hold on, it tells me. This is H Corp. H Corp in District 8. Alright, well, we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in. Oh, what's the clear within 10 turns? Wow, we're already getting into a fight, huh? Alright then. For now, I think I'm just gonna go with my Rupture Poise team. There's no real, like, you know, reason not to, because they're pretty much my best team right now, the Rupture Poise. Either that or the Blood Fiends, but I still need to level up the Blood Fiends, so we'll see what happens with them. Flowers wilts, petals fall. A drizzle of blossoms sky blotting. Colors fade, fragrance dies, but who shall mourn their passing? To the garden I go, in hand a flower rake, only to pace lest crush the scattered blossoms I make. Thus in this troubled world I breathe, to shut my eyes is my sole reprieve. Little Bao-Yu, you must have walked and toiled tirelessly on your journey home. I wouldn't say I suffered much, Grandmother. My days were always filled with new and interesting things to see. What are they talking about over there? They're sitting so far apart that I can hardly hear them. I mean, is this even a dining table? I can't even see who's sitting at the other end from here. Is there anything bothering you, dear guests? If this humble servant can help with any... Oh, there's something bothering me, all right. We're in the middle of a meal. Can you please stop? No, not at all. Nothing's bothering us at all. Everything's good. Now, Bao-Yu, my boy, when will you introduce me to your new friends? Oh, boy. I never know how to act in front of others' parents. Where should I look? Is this an appropriate size for a polite smile? I hope I don't come off too smarmy. It's nothing to fuss over. Think of this as your own place and enjoy your time here. Woohoo! Thank ya! But, whew, this place is so huge that I can hardly relax. I'm worried I might get lost going out for a cup of water. Don't worry. We have stray people shelters located all around the house for that. Our servants visit them once a month to collect anyone who's unfortunately gotten lost. If they're still alive, that is. Honglu, that has to be the funniest joke you've ever told. I wasn't joking, but I'm glad you enjoyed it anyway. Oh my god, he's such an idiot. I love him. I must ask, Honglu, for I spy no other sibling of yours here. This is quite odd, for I had thought this is to be a welcoming party for your return. Hey, it's my welcome party too. Besides, what makes you think we'd ever want to see their stupid faces, just to get mad? It's been like 10 whole years since we even shared a meal together. Oh, and don't even think about trying to chat me up. Did you already forget what I said earlier? There's nothing between us anymore. We're enemies. Did we initiate the conversation, though? Oh, I am simply so glad that my son, Bao-Yu, has returned as a man who can now more than carry his own weight, and unharmed, too. Hi, Anasimi. So, dear Bao-Yu, I don't mean to rush, but when are you planning to depart again? Nothing has been decided yet, Mother. I see. I'm simply concerned that, were your stay here to be prolonged, perhaps you might fade before your duties are completed. Do you not also agree, Venerable Jiamu? Indeed. Dear Bao Yu, our peerless treasure, tarry not over long this mundane world. Leave when the time is right and fulfill your worth. Okay, grandmother. Mother. Throughout the entire familial discussion, Honglu's expression remained the same, and that tranquil, perpetual smile. Despite his return after years of wandering, being met with the family's obvious push to make him leave as soon as possible, he stands unaffected, as though he were expecting this gaudy yet hollow welcome. With his attitude being so passive, I also had no choice but to watch as a bystander. A few hours ago. The palanquin will be here soon. Palanquin? Ooh, so cool! That sure sounds like a fancy ride, isn't that just super, Greg? Oh, yeah, Sod. Are we getting a palanquin or whatever it's called to give us a ride all the way to the mansion? The usual comedy pair's desperate efforts to lighten the mood are particularly appreciated today, as tragically ineffective as they seem to be. Yes, the LCB and Jia Jichun will be heading to Daguanyan, where one of the most prominent families of H-Corp reside. If they've sent a whole palanquin to pick us up, does Honglu's family already know that he'll be participating in the family hierarchy war? No, it is unlikely that they are aware. After all, it can be assumed that the most likely reason that the company waited until the last minute to relay us this order was to minimize the chance of information leakage. Therefore, it would be correct to presume that the palanquin is here merely as a gesture of welcome for Honglu and Jia Jichun's return. Which means that only the invited, Honglu, Jia Jichun, and their factions can ride the palanquin to Daguanyan. Unfortunately, this means the LCCB, Virgilius, and Karen won't be able to join you on this journey. Oh, that's too bad. It would have been nice if we could all go there together. Just as petty as I expected from the seniors of our family. Would it kill them to house a handful more people in that humongous park of a house? It's not like they'd notice the difference. Oh my, how touching. Looks like Miss Jia Jichun thinks she'll miss us too. What a thing to say to my face after that shameless backstabbing. I mean, do any of you even comprehend what it means to participate in the family hierarchy war? Do you even understand why we call it a war when the official name for it is an evaluation? You're risking your lives by getting involved in this. Once you get in there, you'll be stalked at every turn by people looking to kill you. Very casually using a palanquin because it means nothing to them. Yeah, that's what I assumed. I'm assuming a palanquin is like some kind of the equivalent to a limousine. Oh, no, not Skip. I wanted to check the logs. Oops. You'll be stalked at every turn by people looking to kill you, including me. Remember how Wei saved your life back at that fake Kazan? Now imagine the same scenario, except this time, it could be Wei who's there to kill you. I must say ahead of time that it is a truly regrettable turn of events. I did not wish to have to fight any of you, but... Wei looked at us with an unfamiliar and cold, intense glare. Well, we feel very much the same way. So, looks like we're on the same page there. This means that I'm also fair game. You could stab me in the back again. Literally this time. No, never! I wouldn't even dream of doing something like... Jia Shichun ignored Sinclair's anxious pleas and looked straight toward Honglu. This could be the last chance to change your mind, brother. I didn't invite you to join my faction with a light heart. Besides, it's the family hierarchy war. This isn't something you can just flippantly decide that you want to participate. I know the life you've lived, Jichun. I also grew up hearing those countless tales about the family hierarchy war, just as you did. So, the weight we're feeling must be the same. Right. So this is where our tenuous alliance really ends. Well, not like I care. I did drag on a little too long for a temporary alliance forged out of convenience. Oh, excuse me. I cease for now, but I'll probably be back though. Okay. Hope you have a good trip wherever you're going. We're just going back to how things used to be. That's all. And that's fine by me. I think that's enough chit-chat with you then. Okay, if that's what you want. Oh, Jichun. What? Please don't tell the family that I'll be participating with, will you? I was told to keep this a secret for now. Tell me one reason I should do you that favor. For someone who supposedly doesn't care, Jichun appeared rather hurt as she took a moment to glare at Honglu, biting her lower lip. Then suddenly strode right up to him. Is this even your call, brother? Or are you just following their orders? Jichun gestured toward the rest of us with her chin. My participation in the family hierarchy war is already decided. If you're still curious to know why, then... Jichun, do you believe that my choices carry any significant meaning? Oh, I see what's up. This crap again. So you already know that what participating in the war means, but you have no idea why I'd ever ask you something like that, huh? Fine. Looks like I don't even need to hear your reply. There's no point in trying with you anymore. At least I'll have fun watching how far you get with that shallow, meaningless attitude of yours. Hey, wait. Jichun appeared pretty distressed after that exchange, so I was about to say something when Pilot, who had been fiddling with the radio behind Sod, began shouting urgently. Whoa! Manager Sod, Palanquin's been seen coming this way! I'd like to chill a bit today. Yesterday was too tough. Let's head over so we can at least relax on the way there. Nope, we're taking this one. You never think twice about giving things up to others, do you, brother? Huh? What the heck do you mean? Come on, let's do this fair and square with, like, rock, paper, and scissors. Wow, sure. Why not decide the next hierarch with a game of rock, paper, and scissors too? How's that? Jichun gave us a wry grin before leaving. Wei followed her wordlessly. Boy, and I thought we were finally making some friends out here. Look! Over there! There's a group waiting for a palanquin! One of them must be the candidate the client told us about. Everyone, there's a group of hostile-looking people coming our way! Xie Yihua is unlikely to be the one who's going after the other candidates. Executive Manager, we best take care of them before the next palanquin arrives. Yeah. What can we do, right? Man, I can't believe it. Jichun, why would you do this to me? It sucks, but that's how the story goes, I guess. Dude, I'm in the thick of it right now. Alright, let's see. So, like always, we get our counters off. First things first. Alright. Both of the snake's guards were broken, which is fine. Alright, let's see. Got purple. Purple. Alright. Oh, that's right. Faust. Yeah, Faust has to actually get the power counter in order for her Strider Mao to be applied. Oh, thanks, Ishmael. I appreciate that. Nice. Not bad. Dude, this song is so nice. Alright, let's go ahead and get Don Quixote's passive. Nice. Get him, Gregor. Ooh, good crit, good crit. That's my guy, that's my dude. Unfortunately, Jichun does not have that luxury. She did stagger though, so that's nice. Oh, Rodion lost all of her crit. Oh, damn, that sucks. Alright, let's do this, that, this. Yeah, we'll do this. This should be fine, I think. Nice. Wrong. Incorrect. Nice. Let's go, Faust. Okay, Rodion needs to get her snake arm soon. Nice. So she should be able to use her skill 3 and then we'll be good to go. Yeah. Don Quixote will go into negative sanity mode right after this. Oh, that wasn't... Oh, that wasn't the skill 3 from Rodion. I thought it was. Oops. My bad. I might be stupid, chat. I know, it's fine. Their skills are both bloom, so that's why I usually... that's why I get mixed up. Arcana Slaver! Let's go! Nice. Good going, Don Quixote. Alright, Magical Arcana is applied right now, so that's good. Okay. Now is the time when we can start using our skill 3s. Nice. Well, whatever happens, they're dead anyways. Because these guys are screwed. Nice, we did it. Alrighty. No more signs of enemy reinforcements. Executive Manager. At least there's an end to them this time. The guys that attacked us when we first got here were endless. Well, that's because we walked right into a trap then. Shallow, but still. Anyways, Ji-chun appeared pretty hurt by that, didn't she? Honestly though, I get why she feels so betrayed. Remember all those stories about Honglu's family we heard? Imagine you're one of their kids, thinking that you finally found like a potential ally in your family, only for him to pretty much stab you in the back last minute. Yeah, right. It was really awkward for me too, even though I wasn't exactly involved. Sod chimed in nonchalantly, as though it wasn't her who pulled the plug on our alliance at the last second. Anyways, where's our escort? I can imagine that H-Corp can't afford to send us guards with the palanquin. If this family loved each other enough to send escorts for their safety, I doubt they'd be holding a cutthroat ceremony like the family hierarch evaluations. It's a world where might makes right, with the strong playing the weak. People who won't bat an eye even if one of the dozens of candidates is found dead in some ditch on the road. Oh, sorry, Honglu. I must have been running my mouth again without thinking about how that sounds. Someone usually stopped me before I got too far. Ah, don't worry. You didn't say anything wrong. It took me a while to realize that, well, other families weren't like this, but there's no reason to be upset by the way things are. Bro, he really is the king of the I don't give a fuck war. That's crazy. Oh, man. That's my goat, though. I love Honglu. He's awesome. The bell tolls! Oh, God. Oh, not the bell. That's crazy. Oh, what's that ominous metallic noise? The tolling of bells. Bells with the resonance unlike that of any other, normally marked by their clarity. This bell is muddled, as if it tolls for ill fortune on the horizon. Wow, that bell sure is a resounding reminder that I'm home again. It's the bell that tolls every once in a while. You can hear its resonance from anywhere in Hongyuan. It's restructuring day. Huh? But the restructuring day already... She trails off, unable to finish her sentence as a brutal scene unfolds behind us. Whoa! Are you guys seeing this? The buildings are all starting to shift. It was as Ishmael said, the buildings all tethered to a complicated network of rails, were either rising... Oh, it was as Ishmael said, the buildings all tethered to a complicated network of rails were either rising from or sinking into the earth. Movement has been observed from every building in the vicinity. Everything is changing. The localized shifting of structures we had observed yesternight were not as sweeping as this. What you saw last night must have been a premonition of the restructuring day, nudging some buildings to their positions for a smoother overall redistribution of space. Now this is the real deal. Hello, Flower Heart. You have a question? Oh, hey, what's up? Huh. That whole mess was just a premonition. It's a remnant of an old H-Corp that was here long before the current Hongyuan. This structure has been here for a while, so we can't quite know the nature of the purpose or of its singularity, but at this moment, they shift based on current H-Corp's restructuring standards. What do you think about Dante's Iron theory? The only exposure I know about that is from my boyfriend, who is a much bigger Project Moon fan than I am. Literally, my only other exposure to Project Moon stuff is just Limbus Company, and then another friend who did a Library of Runia account on Twitter, and that's about it. I don't know much about the greater Project Moon universe. The world's assembly shifts overnight, yet those who toiled and toiled have naught to fear. Is it not joyous to have a place to rest your feet tonight? To those who aren't availed to fortune, this is simply the reality to bear. Only choice is to retreat in silence, to accept your fate as one might. Await the coming month, ponder how one might save their skin. Question, do you know Hollow Knight? I know Hollow Knight the game, yes, from Team Cherry. I actually played a randomizer of it last night. How many shall plummet today, and how many shall remain? Hold on not to all things too tight. For you may lose sight of when to let go, and feign ignorance when you must take flight. That consequence of reassembly for the evicted is an endless plummet. Or at least you know the plot. Yeah, I played the Hollow Knight. It was pretty fun. I know that I have like a decent understanding of it. I mostly just watch like YouTubers explaining it because I'm too stupid to understand the greater picture. What a terribly distressing sight to behold, unable to do aught to help. Is this another one of H-Corp's idiosyncrasies? Essentially, I can compare Aeon to the Pale King. Oh, interesting. Okay, that... Huh. I see. And what would be the equivalent to his Hollow Knight, then? I don't know. Didn't other nests also have their own measures of one's wealth? Like the Hollow Knight or the, or just the, what's it called? Just the kingdom in general. I forgot what its name is. As T-Corp makes use of as currency as time? Hold on, I'm getting a little distracted. I don't know, didn't other nests also have their own measures of one's wealth? As T-Corp makes use of time as currency. If Pale King didn't have an urgency and sacrifices were just his idea. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Exactly. H-Corp's measure of wealth and currency is based on how much space a person owns, measured by a scale they call rooms. Id est, or id est, the measure of one's space is the measure of one's wealth. Exactly. So once every month, the worth of each person's labor and the quantity of their income are measured to determine how much space they are assigned. So, they can just kick me out of my home for no reason? What kind of ridiculous rule is that? Well, it might appear that way to outsiders like us, but the calculations behind these redistributions are meticulously designed and have been here for a long time, so it seems to me that everyone just accepts them as a natural part of their lives. Have you seen this happen in person too, Honglu? This, restructuring day? I have. Sometimes I'd watch the cityscape from excuse me. Goodness, Sometimes I'd watch the cityscape from behind the railings of my room. It happened far, far away from me, but I could see it all very well. I kinda hate Ian. Remember the smoke word? Yeah, from Canto 1. His expression remains tranquil and still as he calmly reminisces. It was like then, when he was merely watching the featureless scenery passing by. It was his idea? Oh. Yeah, that sounds cool. I don't have any proper thoughts right now, but that's his idea, huh? Interesting. Hongyuan, my old home, was never too concerned about the restructuring days. We'd get more rooms some days, but we'd never, ever shrink. He wanted to take over the old L Corp? Oh. So that's probably the reason for the smoke war then. Okay. So I've never been affected by these restructuring days. I only ever witnessed them as they happened beneath me, high up in my room. You're... Fine. I doubt there was anything you could have done, but you just sat on your hands and watched all this shot. Heathcliff trailed off, but I could see that he was gritting his teeth. Another palanquin's coming! And there's your ride. I think we've chatted enough, so let's get you guys going. This is a palanquin? Yep, looks like they sent us a palanquin large enough to comfortably seat a big crowd of people together. Young Master Jiabuao, Young Master Jiabaoyu and his 12 honored guests, is that correct? It's 13 to be exact. But I thought Sod wasn't invited. Whoa, hold your horses. I was told that young Master Baoyu's faction was just 12 people. Upon hearing that, Sod began aggressively striding toward him, causing the palanquin bearer to shrink in fear. Whoa, slow down, lady. We are 12 people. What's wrong? I mean, don't tell me this thing looks like a normal contributed member of a clan to you. What? Dante? Oh my god, I can't believe it. He wanted to, and then he put new L Corp into time loop. Saves are diegetic. Interesting. That's kind of cool, actually. Sod suddenly grabbed my shoulders and presented me before the bearer like I was some product. I mean, that's a pretty unique head this one's got there. I don't think I've seen anything like it around here in Hongyuan. But isn't that just a prosthetic in the shape of a clock? I guess, but still. I mean, let me ask you something. Can you imagine why anyone in the right mind would stick a clock where their head's gotta go, even if they were hurting for cash? No way, ma'am. Never. There are more versatile biomodifications available here in Hongyuan than whatever that hack job is. Nobody in their right mind would... Exactly, right? No idea what went down, but this fellow here sure seems to have fallen on hard times. Too bad we live in a world where such misfortune can befall on an honest soul like them. Boy, oh boy. Looks like this one's got scammed. A nasty scam, too. Whatever backstreets they got that from must have been a real scoundrel who did it. And look, even the clock isn't on time. This poor person is barely conscious. Look, all they can do is make these weird ticking noises because they don't even have a mouth. Those were some pretty darn hurtful things to say, but I decided not to take them at face value. It was pretty obvious what she was trying to do. Somebody, tell Sod I'm getting dizzy. Good grief, you weren't kidding. Who could have done something so awful? It's a real blessing that young Master Baoyu's got such a kind-hearted soul. He simply could not walk past the timepiece emporium selling this human being like they're some toy or a tool, so he picked them up to get their head replaced with something proper. Hongyuan's got more than enough resources for something like that, right? Oh, well, you're not wrong there. It's really easy to swap out your whole body as long as you've got the cash to burn. What? A new head? For me? Right? See what I mean? So that's why they told you that young Master Baoyu only has 12 people in this faction, including yours truly. Well, I see your point, but we can't just let all of us aboard, yes? Our young master fully understands the moral conundrum you find yourself in, so we'd like to offer you this tiny token of appreciation. In the past, he worked with a woman named Carmen, and they had idea of the seed of light. Seed that would open hearts of everyone, and because one of the experiments ended really badly and Carmen ended up having depression, listen, their abnormality called bloodbath exists for a reason. Huh. I kind of understand, but not really at the same time. It's a little too much to wrap around my head with text, more so than anything. Sod produced some bills from her pocket and smoothly slid them into the palanquin bearer's own. Oh, man. Lady, you really shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't. Oh, and another thing. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but if word of this gets out, things might get pretty messy for both of us. And that doesn't have to happen, does it? Indubitably, ma'am. I'm doing this purely out of the goodness of my heart, after all. What's a free ride for the downtrodden, eh? Seems to me the bloke's doing this purely out of interest in the fatness of his wallet. All right. Stop gossiping over there and get on board. Wait. Are we leaving Pilot alone here? Pilot seemed to have noticed me staring in his direction. He stopped fidgeting with the radio and waved at us. Don't you worry about me, and have a safe trip over there. I've got some stuff to handle on the outside. Essentially, he pulled a nerve system out of half-dead Carmen and turned into the thing that can create abnormalities. Oh! So he's a piece of shit. Good to know. This design is more akin to an extravagant limousine than a palanquin. Oh, look! A bottle of champagne! Can I chug this? Of course not. Drinking while on a mission is... Okay. With a quick clap, Sod promptly put an end to the hubbub the unexpectedly flashy appearance of the palanquin caused. Her demeanor had shifted entirely into that of a calm and collected strategist, a far cry from the person who was chatting up a storm with the bearer just a minute ago. Time to get to work, everyone. Okay, well, you got it, Sod. Let's get to work. Rewards earned. Disruption? Oh, brother. Alright. Lirin, she told him, if I die, finish what I started, but I do not think she meant this. Then you'll... Wait. Something's going on outside. Not long after Sod paused over Otis's remark, a grating speaker whine rang out, followed by the worried voice of the bear on the other end. We're under attack! I thought things were going a little too easy. It's no surprise that other candidates are trying to eliminate us just in case. Why am I not surprised? Alright, time to fight. Let's go. Let's win. So all Lobotomy Corporation abnormalities came from her nerve system. Oh, fun. Yeah, again, I'm gonna have to actually play Lobotomy Corporation, because my boyfriend did actually buy me Lobotomy Corporation, so hopefully I'll be able to get that whenever that, hopefully I'll be able to get all that information whenever I play the game. Nice, let's go Jichun. So only Don Quixote lost, oh, she's at negative sanity now, okay. Okay, so Don Quixote is at negative sanity. I think, do I have the slots? No, I don't have the slots to do the, whatchamacallit? To do the, remember red text in Canto 6? Yeah, from when, I know that Carmen is, like, the reason why everybody distorts too, right? That was, yeah, because that was when, Heathcliff was distorting, I remember that. Again, from the information I've been told. Yeah. Yeah, that's the information that I've been told, at least, that Carmen is usually the reason why people distort. Okay, Greg needs some snake arms. He has 2 greens, so I think I'll just get him a snake arm, and then from there we'll just keep going for Rodion. Cheap viewers on stream. Oh, okay. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy boy. What does that even mean, dude? Cheap viewers on stream live. Wow. Alright, well, I don't need that message in my chat right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and not reply. How do I do this? It's been a while since I've done this. Hold on, let me see it. It's just I really think her personality became that because no way you would be okay after being turned into nerves in a bucket for 10,000 years. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, there we go. Alright, cool. Oh wait, no, is that... Hold on. Bro, how do you navigate this? You know what? Bro, I have not done... I have not done anything from OBS before, my goodness. Okay. Click on this? No? Alright, hold on. If I go from my phone, I might be able to do it. You know what? I'll just keep doing Limbus in the meantime. Okay, I can get this for the snake arms, and that should be fine. Okay. Oh, here we go. Alright. Hold on, there's... By the way, you read Uptide Gia Ishmael's story? I did, yes. That one was very interesting. Oh, cool. Well, there goes that. Alright, whatever. Well, I can't do anything about the message there, so it's just gonna stay there for a little bit. Hopefully it'll go away soon. This is Merceau. Oh, we can finally get our passive for Don Quixote. Carmen talking here like Gaster. Yeah. Yeah, she was in the Canto story like, darker yet darker, or whatever the hell she was saying. It's been a while since I watched that again, but it's kind of funny, yeah. Right. Let's go, Faust. I love my skill 3. It's so cool. Let's go, Dawn. She's got the attack weight, I believe, so she should be able to AoE these guys. Oh, nice. Let's go, Don Quixote. That's my goat right there. Hell yeah. I love Magical Girl Don Quixote. She's so good at this. It's amazing. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Thank you. Alright, there we go. Oh, and then this one is just a fight. Okay, well, if it's just a fight, then that's fine. We can do that. We can do that. Alright, cool. More thugs, huh? So, seems like they're really starting to start us out, huh? Need this power counter, so I'll go with this first. Oh my god. And Faust can't get a power counter yet because she has no speed, so I'll have to see what happens. Rodian lost her thingamajig, her guard, which is whatever. Oh, nice power counter, we can do that. We can clash with this. Don Quixote almost has enough for her, passive, but unfortunately, it's not enough. I feel like the biggest issue with this team is that there's not enough envy. There is a lot of envy on it, but Jichun Ishmael has it on her skill 3. Rodion has it on her skill 1, and then Gregor also has it on his skill 3. So it's not enough to help out Don Quixote with her passive, which is fine, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it could have been better. Let's do this. Yeah, we'll do this. Nice. Nice. Alright, doing pretty good. Thank you, Gregor. Very cool. Nice. Oh, double skill 3? Oh, baby, you already know. Oh, you already know. Oh, what? How did she lose her? How did she lose all her boys? I thought she had some. Well, it don't matter. We'll do this. Gregor can get his snake arms from this. Okay, Don Quixote is about to get her magical arcana, I believe, so as long as we get another skill 3 for Don Quixote that has snake arm, or that has envy resonance, we should be able to get her max passive for the magical girl side, and then after that, or for the love side, then we'll go into the hatred side. But this is a pretty easy fight, so I don't really know if we really need to be putting in all that effort. Get him, Chichun. Yeah. Good stagger, good stagger. Nice. Yeah, get him, Don Quixote. And then she's... Oh no, she doesn't use her skill 3. This is Gregor who uses it. Okay, not bad, not bad. Cool. There's more? Oh, brother, there's more. Of course there's more. Why wouldn't there be? We do need... Oh no, we already have our Strider Mao. Let's get this. Oh, no, let's get this so that we can activate the resonance. Oh yeah, we got enough for the We got enough for the resonance. All right, let's go, Gregor. Guaranteed crit. Hey-ya! Nice, 166. Not bad, not bad. All right, cool. We're doing pretty good, I'd say. Thank you, Faust. Very awesome. Thank you, Merceau. Very awesome. And then Ishmael's got this. Nice. I mainly did this for the resonance on Don Quixote, so. Alright, Rodion is here. Nice, not bad. And then the skill 1. Alright. Arcana, Slave. Let's go. Nice. Alright, that should be the end. Nope, there's one more guy. Alright. I'll just damage up and win. Nice! I don't know why I said that like the, I don't know why I said that like the whatchamacallit. Well, the Wii Sports guy. Alright. Oh, story time for Petals. Okay. Petals. Let's see. Entering Hongyuan now! Despite some troubles on the way, it seemed that we managed to arrive at our destination mostly unhurt. Oh, whoops. Hongyuan, Hong Lu's old home. We're running out of time. Faust, I'm sure you understood the most important part of my plan, right? It is unlikely to be a pleasant sight to behold. Remember, the plan hinges on your patience, everyone. You have to remain calm and wait, even if they freak out and actively try to kill you. There is a chance that they might panic and immediately order for the sinners to be executed on the spot. However, it is unlikely that the person whose responsibility is to judge the next family hierarch of Hongyuan will make such a hasty response. Exactly. Everything's gonna be fine as long as the decider has the capacity for patience. Execution? What? Great. I'll follow up with the subsequent contacts once you've safely completed the first round of the evaluations. After that cryptic exchange with Faust, Sod leaped gracefully off the moving palanquin as Heathcliff murmured in his half-sleep. We watched her grow smaller and smaller as the distance between us grew, but what really caught our eyes were the scattered humans that the restructuring day had evicted from their homes. They were trying to drag their broken bodies off the road, sobbing and writhing. This is horrible. There isn't anything we can do to help, but such sense of futility and powerlessness will negatively impact the efficient performance of your professional obligations. Repeated exposure to similar stimuli is recommended to desensitize oneself to the sensation. So, Hong Lu, how do you feel about going back home after so long? Bro, Merceau really came out here and is like, the child is grieving. Faust, please bring in the exposure therapy. Sinclair changed the subject. I don't know. Don't even need to ask him, lad. I know it can't be easy. As for me, blimey, I hesitated almost 1,000 times, wondering if I should just turn around and leave. What if I knocked on those gates, but she... Heathcliff came to a suffocating stop, his voice trembling lightly as he did so. The other sinners stared at him in confused silence. What is it? What is it? Why'd you stop in the middle of it? Wow! Look at these cool windows! I think we can swap them out with other images. I quickly tried to serve from the subject again, but all I got was Ishmael's scolding glare that seemed to wordlessly tell me, not the time. I remember. I remember what happened each time one of us returned to the part of the city that held our memories. Memories of happiness, anger, sorrow, and joy. And as we traveled, I remember that they were all looking at sceneries only they could see. Rodya, you awkwardly tried your best to crack jokes. Sinclair, you tried your best to hold back the welling tears again and again. Yi-san, you shut your eyes for a long, long time. Ishmael, you couldn't stop talking to yourself while glaring down at the lake's surface. And Heathcliff, I saw you scared and anxious, shaping your hair over and over again. You've really been watching us closely, huh? Did we? Spring leaves, petals scatter, and all shall turn around to find the doors to which they belong and return forevermore. I think everyone has a small mound of petals they gathered for themselves. What? I don't. Why would anyone collect something like that? Then you simply haven't discarded them yet. There was still a transparent smile on his face, but I think I saw a burying, sinking shadow behind it. Oh. The moment I felt that, a familiar light came into view, and I immediately understood what was going on. The golden bow is close, and it is resonating with Honglu's fathoms. They watch the flower burial of mine and mock away. Who lays me to rest once I die? When spring passes, youth passes, as wrinkles shall shear it all away. Flowers pass, people pass, and ignorant they remain to where they hide. Why do you always recite these strange, complicated poems, Dayu? There are plenty of ways to remain young, aren't there? Because we need the snow in our hair to know that spring will pass. Why are you cleaning up with those fallen petals? Just float them away downstream. You'll get dirt on your hands. And be so wasteful. How will we hear the sound of falling rain once we sweep all the petals away? This is a remembrance of a rainy day, so I'm gonna treasure it. Besides, these beautiful blossoms will get so dirty in the stream if we let them flow away. So please, don't scatter all the petals from your embrace, Big Bro Baoyu. Honglu, is there anyone you miss here at Hongyuan? No, there isn't. But how's that possible? Isn't your family there? And a bunch of other people who are so important to you? Well, as long as I believe them to be doing well, there isn't any need for me to yearn to see them again. Do you still treasure your petals? No, I scattered them all the day I departed my home. So, my rainy days are now silent. I see. You saw that, didn't you, Dante? You saw my memory. I did. Honglu laughed. He wasn't surprised or angry that I peered into his memories. Do you want to tell us about your parents, or, Yeah, you talked about your grandmother pretty often, right? What kind of people are they? Sinclair added carefully. Maybe he was trying to, commiserate, tenuous as that connection might have been. We were headed to his home to meet his family anyway. They're both very wise in the ways of the world. Grandmother always treated me preciously. So did my mother and my father. We're almost there. I can see the garden. This is one massive garden. We still have some time before we get to the main buildings. I remember the days when deer and hares would frolic out here in the garden. Well, I can see myself taking a long walk around here. It'd take a whole day and then some to cover the entire ground. I usually lingered only around my own room. It's dangerous to stray too far, after all. It's dangerous? Why? There's the stranger danger, getting lost, getting targeted. There's the stranger danger, getting lost, getting targeted. Besides, it's very dark at night. Well, that ain't a very big deal, is it? Kids run around and scrape their faces on the branches, trip and eat shot on the pavement all the time. I'm sure you would have run freely around the garden, Heathcliff, but it's important to always be careful. When I was 5, someone had lathered a deadly poison on a random tree branch. Poison? I had a little brother who liked to frolic like you do, Heathcliff, but by some coincidence he happened to be running around the same tree that had its branches lathered with poison. What? what hath transpired thereafter? I'm sure he got better. Jiren told me that he'll be just fine after 100 nights rest. And because Jiren was always so smart, I'm sure it happened exactly as she said. Wow. That's crazy. You know, I made a joke with friends. That like Honglu's presence in the story is so funny. Because one day he'll just kind of be around the sinners. They'll be talking about the abnormality, like the abnormality Monkey D. Luffy or something like that. And then all of a sudden Honglu will go over there, chime in just randomly and be like, "Oh, my family used to admire Monkey D. Luffy so much that they made me practice stretching my body just like him when I was younger." And then never elaborate on it ever again. And he's literally doing this the entire time. Entering Dahuating now. It wasn't long before our arrival to a new place within Dagwanyan was made known by the palanquin bearer's sonorous announcement. More buildings. What's Dahuating mean anyway? Grand Flower Hall. So I think you could call it a place for banquets? Huh. So you host banquets in this village-sized venue? Is that a lake over there? Nope, it's a pond. Pond? Damn. Once we arrive, we will find ourselves a welcoming party for Ji-chun and me. Roja, you should be able to stuff yourself to your heart's content this time. It's been a while, hasn't it? I don't think I've been this excited in a long time. Whoa, is that a ship over there? You have a ship? Yup, we'd sometimes go out boating. Oh, and Ji-chun's building is right across from that pond. You each get a building of your own? Yes, we do. So when I first departed from Hongyuan, I found the concept of an entire family living under the same roof so fascinating. Alas, 'twould be quite the challenge for thy family to see one another. And that's exactly why we each get a building. Are we even talking about the same thing here? Alack, for woe! We could have merrily enjoyed our vacations at young Honglu's residence all along? That wouldn't have worked, Don Quixote. When I left home, grandmother and the elders really impressed upon me that the footsteps shall eventually bring you home when the time is right. Thus, witness and only witness as much of the world as you may before you make your return. I was wondering when that would be, but time really slipped through our fingers, and just like that, it brought me here. Most sinners did not welcome their turn. Some of them were even terrified of it. Sometimes they had to confront what they'd been avoiding all their lives. And for some, important things... Oh, sorry, I accidentally pressed space. And for some, important things that were once forgotten or lost were waiting for their return. But the reluctance is not really surprising at all. I don't think I'd welcome an opportunity to get my memories back with open arms if it was thrust upon me out of nowhere, especially if I was getting dragged there against my own will. But despite the fact that it couldn't be more obvious that his turn had arrived, Honglu was as tranquil as he always was. He's always been able to remain aloof no matter what happens. Maybe it won't be different this time either. But even so, can I judge that so hastily? Young Master Baoyu of the Jia family has returned! Again, with the palanquin bearer's deep, full-throated pronouncement of our arrival, the door opened. Here we are. You must all be so tired. Come in, come in. Leaving behind the sinners who were still reeling from the astronomical level of opulence at display, Honglu bounced lightly off the palanquin and moseyed into the building. Quite the light-footed steps he take, unhindered by excitement or trepidation. Right? Rich boy's got nothing to fear, 'cause he's used to this kind of poshness. That's all this is. Verily, this may be a subtle expression of that teensy part of him that longeth to see his family again. Once we all left the palanquin, I find myself beset by overwhelming vastitudes and objects of great magnitude. Just how many servants do they have? Grandmother will visit us once Zhu hour arrives. The banquet will start then, I think. Zhu hour? The Zhu hour refers to the time between 1900 and 2100. This is a unique time system used in certain regions of the East. In addition, it would be best to remember that Honglu's grandmother, Jia Mu, is the hierarch of Hongyuan, and it would not be an incorrect assessment to see her as the ruler of Hongyuan. Your relative is the head of a wing, I see. Yes, though she'll be handing that over to the next heir pretty soon. Why now? Why does she seek to achieve by abdicating at this precise time? Otis, as she probably saw an ulterior motive behind every move, inquired. She's been saying that her time would come eventually, that she's carried this responsibility for too long. I bet she'd be pretty shocked to hear that you'll be taking part in the family hierarch war. I don't know about that. Maybe she'll take it well. There's never been a reason for me to bother participating, but there wasn't a reason for me not to either. Huh? Hey, there's Jichun and Wei over there. It looks like they both arrived safely. Jia Jichun, who arrived before us, shot us the briefest glances before looking away with exaggerated disinterest. Jichun just turned her back on us. Well, didn't take long for things to become super awkward. Ooh! We must capture this opportunity to seat ourselves adjacent to young Jichun. Too late. We are forever banned from ever getting anywhere near her. Yet wherefore? We are no longer Jia Jichun's faction. Her hostility is to be expected. Things have changed. Us versus them. In-group versus out-group. Deception and treachery are natural parts of a war. An ally of today may as well become an enemy tomorrow. And that's a funny way to say, I don't have any friends. What did you just... Ah, there are my parents. Hold on, we're just walking right up to him? Blimey, at least tell us their names. Father's name is Zhang of the Jia family, and in Daguanyan, they call my mother Lady Wang. I greet you for the first time since my departure. Bao Yu of the Jia family has returned home. You're early. Bao. Dear Bao Yu, it has been too many years. To see you again after so long, It is so good to see your face. Oh, I don't even know what I should even say. The father, Jia Zhang's eyes dart nervously between us and Honglu. Meanwhile, his mother gingerly brings him in for a careful embrace, as though she was in the presence of something so utterly, deeply moving. It was more than the pure joy of reunion. So, they're Honglu's parents. Thank you so much for your hospitality. You've certainly spared no expenses. So, who are these people you've come here with? While there aren't too many of them, they're my friends I made out in the world. At least he's not introducing us as his lackeys, like a certain someone I know. Oh, that's... Honglu's mother slowly turns around to look at us. I mean, it's a weird thing to say, but somehow it almost felt like she was looking down at each of us, one by one. I am so glad to meet you all. Bao Yu's always been such a stubborn child. I'm sure he was quite the handful to accompany you on your journeys. I hope you can still embrace him despite every... Stubborn? Honglu? Whatever it was she said, they didn't seem too happy to... all happy to hear that. Dear Bao Yu, why do you allow your friends to call you by that name? What of your noble, blessed name bestowed upon you by the revered Jian Ran, our elders? What's going on with her? Honglu reached out and gently, yet indifferently, held his mother's violently trembling hands. Of course I would, mother, because the name is too noble indeed. Oh. Yes, it is not a name that any rabble should so heedlessly speak. Of course. Oh, do you also have an old name and a new name? Well, don't you remember? Back in P-Corp, Wei called Honglu Young Master Bao Yu. Also remember how he introduced himself before the duel on the day we arrived at H-Corp. He introduced himself as Bao Yu of the Jia family. I thought it was a pseudonym back then, though, given the circumstances. Well, it ain't like us calling your real name's gonna cheapen its nobility or whatever. It's just a name, so you can say it as many times as you want, and it won't depreciate in whatever value it has. Oh, but some people do actually believe that it does, I suppose. It was wise of you to refrain from using that name. Right. To let your precious name be known among the plebeian populace is to encourage knives in the dark to stride, even here too. It is as your mother says. Were your true name to be made known, any individual with a passing connection to H-Corp could have easily connected you to Hongyuan. It is said most names are repositories of their keepers' origins. In the eastern region of the city, when the parents name their child, they imbue them with meaning. It carries their wish for their children's place and use in the world. Excuse me. I'm just taking another drink. You. What's your name? My name is accumulation of wishes. Not only those of my parents, but those of many more. It means that I was born with a precious jade. Jia Bao Yu. Awful. Hung Lu's better. At least try to whisper. Call the rich boy whatever. I'll call the rich boy whatever I want to. If I'm ever forced to call him Young Master Bao Yu or some servile shot like that, I'd rather take a punch or two from the guard. I could feel the horrified gaze of the servants staring at us. I don't mind, so please continue to call me Hung Lu if you want. Please, seat yourselves, honored guests. The food will be served soon. Boom. Uh-oh. Huh? Oi, what's all this? Do they actually expect us to eat all this? Oh, they were showing the food. I don't think I've ever been intimidated by food before. There was quite literally a mountain of dishes on the table. I was starting to wonder if the purpose of these dishes was more to flaunt their wealth than to feed us a reasonable amount of food. What a feast! I can ask for refills, right? Yes. Anyway, what's up with those empty seats over there? Are we still killing time for some guests to arrive? I don't think so. They're probably seats for my older siblings somewhere in Daguanyan. They probably just didn't want to attend. This is a banquet to welcome me, after all. I'm sure they believe it's a waste of time to attend. Man, they better be on some real busy schedule to miss this. Jiamu, venerated be her presence, graces us! Jiamu, venerated be her presence, graces us! With the announcements, utter silence quickly devoured the busy hubbub of the banquet hall. Those who were sitting quickly rose to their feet and bowed, while those who were standing knelt down on all fours, their backs bent. Their backs bent so low that their foreheads were nearly touching the floor. Whoa! Oh, look at those heisho! And the woman walking out from between them, the crowd itself parting down the middle from her sheer presence. Oh, there's grandmother. Was Hong Lu's grandmother, the family hierarch of H-Corp and its chief executive director. Jiamu's presence was at once warm, gentle, yet immense and overwhelming, like a personification of an insurmountable mountain. We are graced by your presence, venerable Jiamu. We are graced by your presence, venerable Jiamu. What? Should we bow too? I don't think you could bow any lower with your face halfway in the bowl, so you should be fine. Probably. She's surrounded by heisho too, I think. Guys, everything's gonna be fine as long as we don't do anything stupid. As everyone was bowing before Jiamu, awed and humbled, only Hong Lu looked straight at Jiamu without bowing. And then he got up from his seat and walked toward her. It has been a while, grandmother. Please ascend, young Master Bao Yu. It seemed that a special permission was needed to even stand next to her, as Hong Lu was allowed to approach her only after the servant gave him the go-ahead. Little Bao Yu, you must have walked and toiled tirelessly on your journey home. Not at all, grandmother. I was able to learn so many new things, thanks to everyone who treated me so nicely. Had you sought to master the art of learning... Had you sought to master the art of learning, no master, regardless of pursuit, would have been out of your reach. You could have learned much in the halls of erudition from them. Yet the world taught from sheets of paper are simply that, words on paper. We wish that you, dear Bao Yu, would learn more of the secular world, to not let it flow betwixt your fingers the time that is given to you. I know this opportunity was more than what I deserved, grandmother. I appreciate your return all the same, that you have deigned to return before me ere my abdication of the great responsibility. Verily, it appears that young Hong Lu signed onto Limbu's company as a Gran Turismo of sorts. Gran Turismo? What's that? Can the two of you stop babbling with your mouths full? Oh, they were speaking with their mouths open. Wait, I gotta hear that again. I didn't hear that. Gran Turismo. They're so funny. Young masters of families most eminent are oft sent out of the world on a grand tour. Thus coined was this practice Gran Turismo, if thou wilt. Afore they are to commerce their public activities. The purpose is to learn the varied experiences that cannot be gained from books, to grow familiar with the world outside. I hear that you have met with Ji-chun in the world not long ago. I have. A bright child she is. Well prepared to take on the challenges of the family hierarchy evaluations, I presume. I agree. I am sure Ji-chun will wisely overcome the trials. Indeed. Have you paid visit to the Revered Elders, then? I will soon. Lady Wan, ascend here as well. With your mercy, Jiamu, of course. Hong Lu's mother hurried up to where Jiamu stood. It must cause your heart great distress to have your one and only son depart his home, to wander the world beyond the hedges. Of course not, Jiamu. Oh, I am simply so glad that my son, Bao Yu, has returned as a man who can now more than carry his own weight, and unharmed, too. Thus, dear Bao Yu, I don't mean to rush, but when are you planning to depart again? Nothing has been decided yet, Mother. I see. I am simply concerned that, were your stay here to be prolonged, perhaps you might fade before your duties are completed. Complete your duties and return soon so that the agreement Jiamu has so graciously made for us is fulfilled. Indeed. Lose not, forget not. You are our family's one and only jade. Dear Bao Yu, our peerless treasure, tarry not over long in this mundane world. Leave when the time is right and fulfill your worth. Okay, grandmother. Mother. I see. So what are they talking about? They're saying something about him having to leave then, no? Interesting. And Zhui Bao Chai. Who is the... Oh, I'm assuming that this is a new character? Another family hierarch? Or another family candidate? I thought the sinners were doomed to chew uncomfortably through this incredibly awkward meal. But Jiamu and her retinue of Heisho left the banquet hall quite promptly after that exchange. It was as though they had no more reason to remain here. It is odd that they should inquire Hong Lu of his departure plans and the very welcoming of his return. Right? One moment it appears that they really care about him, then... The appearance of that care for one's own child was also quite distinct and unusual compared to the typical display of emotional intimacy expressed in average households. Hey, Bao Yu. That's when an unfamiliar, chipper voice hopped jovially into our conversation. Why didn't you come see me first? I've been staying in the same building ever since you departed here, you know. A big sis Shui Bao Chai. It's been so long. You've come all the way to my welcome banquet to fill a seat. I appreciate that. Had I known that you'd be coming home today, Bao Yu, had I known you'd be coming home today, Bao Yu, I would have summoned everyone I could from my family to see you too. Big Bro Pan's really been itching to know how you've been doing. Oh, she's so cute! I love her outfit. She's so pretty. Yeah, sure he was. Ji-chun, who had been sitting in complete silence for the entire banquet, muttered quietly to herself. Who else have you greeted since you arrived today, Baoyu? My parents and Jiamu. Really? So I'm your first then? She made a cheerful remark before leaning close up to his eye. Your jade is always so glimmering and pristine, Baoyu. Look, I made myself a necklace in the same color as your eye and wore it every single day to constantly remind myself of you. Well, do you see it? Oh, you have? Thank you for remembering me. Ahem. So, are you going to introduce her to us, or... Hey, why couldn't we just let that nice reunion play out? Man. Roja stepped forward, unable to stand the curiosity. Oh, I'm Bao Chai, a Bao Chai of the Shui family. I have a very profound relationship with dear Bao Yu here. A very profound relationship? He is my betrothed, and I to him. I'd say that's pretty profound, What? It's nothing to be surprised about. Those profound relationships can be established effortlessly in the simple exchange of agreements between our elders. Hey, you could have at least given us a hint. But I won't be married until I leave Limbus Company, though. I just thought it wasn't relevant enough to share. So, sorry about overhearing earlier, but you guys are Baoyu's friends, right? I've been so curious to hear what kind of life Baoyu lived out there. Care to share some tales of your journey with me? Don't have stories for kids. Shoo. Why? But I love stories about bloodshed. One of Big Sister Bao Chai's pastimes was curating creepy stories of urban legends. Then maybe I'll share some. What about everyone else? I love adventure stories. She's so adorable. Be careful what you wish for. I beseech thee to find a seat, for I shall now regale thee with a tale in which an adventure of most wondrous valor unfolds. Brace thyself, for this particularly olden and terrifying tale features a big, scary bear lurking in a cavern. Ha! If you're finished with your meals, why don't we all go back to our residences? You're so angry again, Ji-chun. Last I heard, you lost much of your followers in a large battle, didn't you? I'm so sorry. I used more than 3 handkerchiefs wiping my tears upon hearing that news. So the Shui family's heard it too, huh? You're not wrong, but that's irrelevant to what I've brought to the family hierarch war. Oh, he's a big fan of your confidence, Ji-chun. It's a good look, you know. Oh, that reminds me. You better watch your back, Big Sis Bao Chai. Looks like Big Brother Bao Yu's learned how to sink a knife into your back with that same carefree smile. What's she mean by you knifing people in the back? I just had a small falling out with Ji-chun. That's all. Aha! Ji-chun must have been trying to get you on her side, huh? Yeah, no wonder she wanted you on her team. Bao Yu's always excelled at whatever he does without stressing out or losing that happy smile. It's just kinda worked out that way. I guess he can be a bit irritating like that, huh? Such kind of people, though rare, do indeed exist. Oh, that reminds me, did you, by any chance, run into Big Brother Chi-yu? I haven't, but they have. That's good. She placed her hand over her chest as though she'd just survived an incredibly dangerous accident, before eyeing us anxiously. So, what happened? I do know that he was trying to ally with Shi Hihua. I mean, it didn't seem like anyone else was viewing that as an alliance other than Shi Hihua himself, but it must have been a pretty open secret among the candidates that Jiachi was trying to ally with Shi Hihua. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I'm gonna check Google to see if I'm reading this right. It's Jia Shi Yu. Okay, let me listen. Oh, that's in English. Yuck. Hold on, not in English. Jia Chu. Okay, so this is Jia Chu. Gotcha. Okay. They cut Big Brother Yihua's head off when he was with us. Oh, my! Horizontally or vertically? H. So this is his third time, huh? Yihua's really incomparable. He never knows when to zip it and sit down. Well, Big Brother Big Brother Chu, I had a feeling he'd be here when the family hierarchy war begins. Everyone in Dagwanyan's heard that creepy song from the backstreets, you know. Gosh, things get so awkward and hostile here at Dagwanyan every time there's any mention of him. Well, I guess it's fortunate that he won't be coming after me once the competition begins. Why is that? Because I'm simply too charming and adorable to kill outright, of course. That is true. Oh, excuse me. Besides, whatever Big Brother Chu's goals are, they probably have nothing to do with the Shui family. I can see that. Bao Chai took a step toward Hong Lu and leaned in close to his face. Do you smell my fragrance still, Bao Yu? You have never reeked, big sister Bao Chai. Bao Yu, I've always been and will always be residing at Hongyuan. Promise to pay me a visit before you leave. With that, she gracefully walked out of the room. Well, how about we also start heading back? This place can get pretty dark around high hour. Why'd you leave? She's just a childhood friend. I call her Big Sis, and she's older than me. It's just something we do here when one friend's a bit older. She's also one of the very few in Dagwanyan who is nice to me. So, where should we head to next? Good question. Just going by the scale of everything in here, it should be safe to expect something real ritzy, right? You're my guests, so you should be able to stay at my building within Dagwanyan. It's within walking distance from here. We should be there in no time, even on foot. Huh. I really like, it wasn't, Bao Yu is Hong Lu's name. Bao Chai, that's her name. I really like Bao Chai. She's very nice. And Yi Hongyuan. Interesting. Okay. Oh, this is a fight. Okay, Carmen talking here. Oh, oops. That's an old chat message. Oopsies. Ta-da! Here we are. That was a pretty long walk. Still technically within walking distance, but... this place is called Yi Hongyuan. This room was made from the most aromatic flower tree with an H corp. Try taking a deep breath and... you can smell the lovely fragrance of flower aroma pervading, spreading from the very tip of your nose. It's unique to this building. Very much so. It is an unseen and invisible thing, yet it retains much of its pleasant redolence. This place is huge too. You've been living here all along? Oh, whoops, hold on. I think I misread that. You've been living here alone all along? Yes. I was told to stay in a larger room, but I preferred this place more. That's so real of him. It has been long. It has been long, young master. Jiren reporting. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get the Google to pronounce these. Because I want to make sure that I'm pronouncing them correctly. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, Zyren. This is Zyren. Whoops. Oh, hey, is she... Have you been well, Zyren? Yes, I am as I always have been. Zyren watched us emotionlessly as a rowdy crowd poured into our yard. Her expression did not change even when she saw Hong Lu, who presumably hadn't been home in quite some time. Are they young master's guests? I will guide them to their room. Please, follow me. Now that we're here, I've got to pay a visit somewhere. I'll be back soon, though. To where wilt thou journey? Allow us to accompany thee. It's okay. Just on my way to say hello and pay my respects to the elders. So it'll be better if I go there alone. This way. Well, I guess I could say this about every operation, but the weight of our mission doesn't really sink in until we're actually there. You're talking about the family hierarchy war, right? Yeah. Yeah, the other candidates have been preparing for this for years, while we have, what, an overnight? I don't know. I'm a procrastinate until the last minute kind of gal, so I'm pretty sure we got a handle on this. This is not the first instance in which we are demanded to work through a task in an unfavorable, inequitable situation. Why does it matter? Our goal isn't to claim the throne of the family hierarchy anyway. A few hours ago. Well, isn't it such a relief that our goal isn't to come first place in the family hierarchy war? Dost thou meanest to say that we needn't be the first? Excuse me. Yeah, obviously. Why would we want a sinner to become the head of H Corp? I'm so sorry, I'm getting hiccups and burps all the time. Yuck. Would it not provide a much more reliable means of control to plant an individual of this company at the highest seat of a wing, instead of letting an unaffiliated individual assume it? There's a lot more going on behind the scene, guys. Besides, LCB still has much left to do as the LCB. Then, would it be right to assume that this isn't a winner-take-all kind of situation here? Do other candidates got something for participating too? Anyone who places within the top 10 will gain the right to take one item of their choice from the family treasury. Of course, the one who places the highest goes first. So we're going to have to come in at least second place in order to ensure that we obtain the item we're looking for. Now that's weirdly insulting. Sod it. Why don't we just shoot for the top anyway? Your confidence seems to have gone through the roof since our last operation together. Well, we did go through a lot of crazy stuff. Anyways, care to guess what's deep inside Hongyuan's gargantuan treasury? The golden bow. Right on. Buried in the middle of all kinds of other treasures, along with any knowledge of its true value. So, Faust, what did Manager Sod share with you as our strategy for the first round? I very much wish to know that as well, for the suggestion of mutual understanding seemed to exist exclusively betwixt Miss Faust and Sod. For the first round of the family hierarchy evaluation, test what the descendants have prepared and brought for the elders of Hongyuan. What the descendants have prepared, huh? So this must be what Jia Jichun's been referring to this whole time. Hold on, I want to make sure that I've been pronouncing this right. Oh, whoops. I want to make sure that I've been pronouncing this right. Oh, Jia Shichun. Okay. That's right, yeah? Because I'm using traditional Chinese, I'm not using simplified. What about... Oh, I cannot pronounce that. Oops. Yeah, so probably traditional Chinese. So it was what? Jia Jichun. Okay, yeah. Yes, to be free from aging and death. Immortality. Each candidate is to present an answer before the judge to demonstrate their idea of true immortality. Right. So, what's the answer to true immortality then? Not even Faust can answer that. Then what are we even doing here? But we may be able to demonstrate a facsimile of immortality. Or at least pretend as though we are close to the answer. Given that they are the ones who are seeking that very answer, they will not disqualify us, Honglu to be exact, from the competition. Excuse me. I see. They will cling on to whatever clue they can get their hands on, so we'll be using that desperation. Precisely. That important-looking old bat, Jia Mu, favors him, don't she? Maybe she'll give him bonus points or something. So that's what we'll be using Honglu for. That is. Yes, you're right. It's my turn to be used. Whoa! When'd you get back? Honglu nonchalantly chimed into the conversation, having slipped in between us, unnoticed. Hey, you're back pretty soon, huh? Unfortunately, what Otis said could sound quite crass depending on how you cut it. Honglu, you don't have to... don't mind what she just said. But why would I mind it? My use is to be a ticket to participating in the Hierarch War, the only option for obtaining the Golden Bow in H-Corp. She didn't say anything wrong. Your use. Well, if you'll be using me, hopefully this will lead to an outcome we can all be happy with. Verily, such an outcome would be best, yet young Shichun hath already exhaled with great gusto out of her nostrils before turning away from our party when our eyes met. Well, Shichun... Honglu's eyes twinkled briefly as though he was shifting into a dream. I didn't think it was possible for me to be friends with Shichun again. We're back to not being on speaking terms again, but it was though I'd gone back in time, back to when we were both children. But we can't go back to the past. What did you say? Are you drunk or on something? Did you really just say that to me? What a stupid thing of me to ask. You've never been drunk in your life. Your mind's always been so damn clear. None of this matters to you, does it? Even when I get angry at you or when I shout at you like this, none of it gets to you, does it? Just what happened to you that day? How can someone become so... Shichun, forget it. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. It's my fault for expecting to have at least one normal sibling in this messed up family. In that memory, Honglu was wearing a quiet smile even before her hushed anger. But don't you want to be friends with her again? At the end of all things, these connections between people, they're just moments, ephemeral things. So what I want doesn't matter. Honglu. A sinner so aloof, so detached that it feels as though he's always floating through the clouds. I once thought that was just the kind of guy he was, someone who just happened to be above everything that's happening around us, instead of just another messed up person with messed up problems of their own. But slowly and gradually, I had begun to realize that there was something off about him under the surface. Honglu, about participating in the family hierarchy war. Do you really not feel anything about it? Have you completely excluded yourself from it? I don't, and I have. It's just the way things worked out, right? Executive Manager, it is true that his value judgment will have no tangible influence on this company's direction. Faust is in agreement. Sinners do not have the right to refuse their missions. That may be true, yet I find it unnecessary to turn away and neglect the suffering conditions of their hearts, stemming from the obligation to their missions. Conditions of our hearts, but perhaps unnecessarily peering into them is how we beget suffering. What manner of... Back then, when I lived here in Daguanyan, so many choices passed before my eyes. Should I kill that child who was from a different family? Should I even survive? Should I walk past that dying boy, or should I stop to help him? When they were first presented to me, I tried to make a choice. But it didn't take that long for me to realize that my choices meant nothing. So I decided not to choose at all. And that's me, as I am now. There were so many wonderful things about joining Linda's company, but I think my favorite part of the experience was that I was never given a choice. That's definitely kind of weird. Oh, it looks like things have gotten weirdly quiet around here. That was enough discussion of private matters. There is much ground for us to cover. Let us begin by discussing our plan for the first round. The next morning, there's still some time until we have to leave. What? Maybe the purpose of these scarecrows? Veiled in nocturnal shadows they were at yesterday. Oh wow, they're still here! There are training courts next to every building where children of this place live. Here, every child of walking, running age all get to play with these dummies. Play. Early education is important. Yet, how doth one play with these dummies? And it appeareth that this dummy is adorned with a most dashing piece of fashion for its head. Haha, that's the first dummy I received when I was 7. Back then, I thought even dummies could feel pain when struck. Such was blissful rumination of all those who were once children. So, is it like tradition for these kids born here to formally learn how to fight? Oh, no, not exactly. Whoa! So this is what grandmother gifted you, big bro? Yep. I don't know how it works, though. It must be a doll or an effigy for a dress-up. Or perhaps you could adorn it with some trinkets. Maybe it's got, like, a guardian spirit that protects your house, Big Bro Bao Yu. Oh, boy. Here, let me show you how it's done. Why'd you punch Grandma's gift? Don't you think you're hurting it? Hurt it? Really now, this wooden thing. It's more that they grow up this way if they want to survive. This WTD isn't so bad. This wooden training dummy appears to have been designed and crafted with some precise engineering craftsmanship. We may still have some time until departure, so why don't we try using them for a warm-up exercise? I don't want to get all sweaty though. Well, it's not like these things will pose us any danger. I think we can try them out once just to see how we're doing today. Attention! We have orders from Executive Manager. From this moment forth, we will put our all into laying utter rain unto these training dummies. Hey, I didn't even give an order. Oh well, it won't hurt to get our blood pumping now. All forces, charge! Oh boy. Oh, please tell me that oh my god, we get to fight the training dummies! Yeah! Oh, this is amazing. Oh, it's only... Okay, so they have counters. Oh man, that's so funny. And then they have gain clash power. Gain coin power +1 for every type of negative effect on self, max of 3. Gain clash power +1 for every type of negative effect. Gain 2 offense level down next turn on hit. And then, oh my god, that's so funny. Wait, what are their passives? Turn end, if this unit failed to hit with the skill, gain clash power up next turn equal to the number of turns this unit failed to hit. If this unit hits an enemy with a skill, reset the above stack. Turn end, if this unit was hit by 4 or more attack skills, to all enemies that attacked this unit, apply 1 damage up the next turn for every turn this unit was hit. If this unit was hit by 3 or fewer attack skills, reset the above stack. Inflict 1 offense level down. Gain clash power +1. God, this is so funny, actually. I love this. Okay, let's do this. Where is... Okay, here we go. I really like the music in this area. It's really nice. Oh, no. Yep. No, whatchamacallit? No. I like how the counters don't really do anything because they're like... Oh man, that's really funny. Alright. Struggling. Oh brother. Okay. Oh, but I need to get Don Quixote's maybe the what's wrong with it? Oh, that's why, because it has more coins. And it has the clash power up, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, she's not gonna get that. Well, I did need to get the magical arcana at some point. Nice. Let's go, Shichun. Nice. Let's go, Ishmael. Oh, let's go. She got her coin. Nice. Oh, and it's staggered. Cool. Oh, it killed. Oh my god. What a hit. Damn. Oh, crap. Rodion got staggered because of the counters. Alright. Neutral, huh? Alright, we can power guard, I think. Alright, let's go. Maybe I should have power countered now that I think about it, so I could have stolen an attack with Faust. Because we do have some unopposed attacks that are going to happen soon. I'm fairly certain. Oh, almost staggered the guy. Ow. 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 That's fine. Alright, nice. She has 16 crits, so this should be okay. This should be a-okay for her. Struggling again, huh? Damn. Well, better than nothing. She's only got skill 2s right now. Or she's only got... Yeah, she's only got skill 1s right now, so we're kind of fucked. Nice, good crit. Me when I get those stupid-ass dummies. Bro... Oh my god. This is like that one scene from the Angry Birds movie where Red is fighting that one signpost guy. Or the signpost outside of Matilda's house. Very specific reference to make, but that's what it reminds me of. Nice, let's go. Let's go, Faust. Nice. Alright, come on, Gregor! That's my goat right there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Is that all of them? No, there's... How many more? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like there's just 4 more. So we should be A-okay with that, I think. We go for this, then this. Get these. Alright, cool. Don Quixote has her skill 3 ready. So let's see what happens. Nice. Great job. Great job, Merceau. Yeah. Alright. Arcana Slave. Oh no, this is Arcana Beats. Nice, she killed it. Huge. Alright. Nice. Alright, skill 3. Oh, nothing. Well, she didn't get her coin, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. Ooh, good stagger. Good stagger from Gregor. And a kill, nice. Alright, Don Quixote is now at negative. I'm pretty sure we can just damage up and win. Nope. Wrong. Nice. And then this guy dies. Alright, training dummy defeated. This is really funny that they let you fight the training dummies, like, as a battle. That's awesome, dude. I love that. Oh, that's so funny. Nice. Good going, Merceau. Hell yeah. Alright, well, here we go. Oh, man. Alright, so that should be the end of that battle. Training yard. Oh, we're still fighting more training dummies, huh? This is interesting. I like this filler, at least. It's just the sinners fighting. Yeah, it's just the sinners warming up, pretty much. Oh well, if she's unopposed, if she has an unopposed attack, I'd rather her clash with this. I'd rather her use the skill 3 so that she can whatchamacallit. Nice. Oh, Gregor lost his guard. Zam. Ow. Alright, it is a bounce attack, so... Okay, she staggered one of them. That's good. Alright. Neutral, huh? Power counter should be good. Especially with all this green we got going on. We don't have a lot of purple, so... Green resonance is definitely way better for right now. Nice. And she's going again because she's awesome. Nice. Bro, look at my snakes. Look at my rabbit. Dude, we're so back. I can't wait to get, I can't wait to try and pull for Heisho Otis and Heisho Ryoshu, because they're gonna fit like glue. Or they're gonna fit like a glove on this team. It's gonna be awesome. And nice. Let's go Faust. Hell yeah. Plus, I'll finally have a Ryoshu 3-star. Alright, let's go Gregor! Nice. That's what we like to see, buddy. Oh, Merceau, please. Merceau, please. Okay, Merceau gets hit here, but it's fine. That's okay. He didn't get staggered or anything. Don Quixote is gonna pick up the slack. Nice. Excuse me. There's still 11 enemies, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the field. So even if we kill one, we're still going to have to, whatchamacallit? Even if we kill one, we're still going to have to, whatchamacallit? Gregor is at 16 crit, so I can use that with him. Rodion needs her snake arms again. Oh man. Is there a way that I can... Oh, I can power guard and then she can get her magical arcana. She only has one of them, so I'd get that right now. Nice. Oh, Merceau! How does he keep losing his coins? Okay, Merceau gets staggered, which is fine. He only had one attack anyways, it doesn't matter. Let's go, Gregor! That's what we like to see. I love one-shotting the posts. Alright, die. Me when I fucking get you. Nice. And now she's gonna steal. Now she's gonna attack steal with her alternate skill 3. Let's go. And then one more. Nice. That's what we like to see from Faust, baby. She's so good. Oh, she's so good. And then we kill these guys, because these are all guaranteed crits. Wonderful. Nice. Alright. One more guy, and then we're finished. We can just damage up and win. Nice. Alright. Bye-bye! Oh, nice. Okay, it only took 2 hits from Faust in order to kill. Nice. Let's go. Alright, cool. How refreshing. Ooh. I guess morning workouts really do wake you up. We've gotten so used to getting in tussles before we get to the real meat of the missions that mornings feel incomplete without some action. Nevertheless, this was a meaningful warm-up activity. So, I've been meaning to ask, Honglu, why did you never consider participating in the family hierarchy before? It seems to me that all of your other siblings have been waiting and training all their lives for this event. It's simple, because I never once thought I wanted to be the family hierarch. Is it not truly most unfortunate? Had you not been bored with the Jade, my son, you would have had to toil all your life preparing for the family hierarch war like your other siblings do. You needn't waste your strength on those things. To win the favor of the elders and Jiamu, venerated be their blessings. Simply witness as much of the world as it has to offer, Jade of our family, my precious son, Bao Yu. More memories. What's wrong, Yiseng? You seem kind of distraught. It is to do with the plan Miss Faust had explained to us last night. I find the plan rather detestable. Me too. But Honglu said he's okay with it, so... Can we even call it a plan, if we're being honest here? It matches the definition of a plan, given that it illustrates certain instructions to be followed for the purpose of achieving a defined goal. And please, remember that there are no second chances in the family hierarchy war. Yeah, that's what you think, but I'm doing this in the good timeline where I win every single battle. So, you know, that would be awful if they like kicked you out of the Canto if you failed the hierarch trials. That would be the worst. Young Master Bao Yu and his 12 companions arriving at Tubitang. Tubitang, I think. Hold on. Once again, I'm gonna use the pronunciations just in case. Tubitang. Tubitang. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Tubitang. We entered the hall where the first round was to be held. As always, the servant by the gate announced our arrival with the resounding holler we'd grown to expect. An arena, or a stadium, I see. We have many eyes on us, executive manager. I looked up to see that the audience seats, which were brimming with people, were divided into stair-like terraces, and on the platform at the opposite end of the hall, 3 shadows of chairs could be seen cast on the obscuring curtain fabric. As for us, we followed the attendant's guidance and stood next to the other participants at the circular area in the center. So, are the evaluations happening past those curtains? That you? Huh? See someone you recognize? No, it's nothing, Dante. Even if we were to meet again, we don't really have anything to talk about anyway. Maybe we'll have another chance later, if fate wills it. Oh, hey, I think it's finally getting started. The curtain slid open, and the old woman we saw from yesterday's banquet walked down to the platform. Many scores ago, I ascended to the seat of the Jiamu with a stroke of fortune. Yet a lifetime has passed since I assumed this great responsibility. Such as it is, I seek to abdicate and walk the path of mountains and streams as a river does. With the seat voided, the responsibility seeks the one with the qualities of the family hierarch to fill it. Thus, here at Dagwanyan, a collective upheld by pillars of 4 great houses of Jia, Jue, Wang, and Shi, we once again ask you the perennial question. Have you brought us aught to prove that the answer indeed exists? Who's the woman next to her? She's my eldest sister, Big Sis Yuan Chun. She married a very important person in K-Corp and spends most of her time there. Looks like she's visiting for the event. Though I have resided long in a foreign nest, I now return fleetingly to share the love with my flesh and blood. to fulfill my duties as observed by the order of filial piety. I return that the truth may be observed to the best of my abilities. Some of you may have walked a laid path gentle to your feet, yet some of you may have struggled through an unlaid, brutal path of cragged mountains, 1,000-fold to find your answers. Yet, regardless of the severity of your suffering, all of you, equally, but have one opportunity for the first round. And even still, you are all once prospective heirs of the great house. Even your failures shall bring great power and prosperity to Hongyuan. Now come forth in the order you are summoned, and demonstrate the invaluable answers to the question of the three freedoms. One from aging, one from death, and one from the brevity of life. If the nature of your answer be indemonstrable, present ironclad proof. Lose not, and discard not. Let fresh youth be unending and eternal. After the respective speeches, Jia Huanchun and Jia Mu disappeared behind the curtains atop the platform. First candidate. It seemed that Honglu's father assumed the role of the host for the first round. Ren, of the Wang family. Wang Ren, the first to be summoned, walked up to the platform. Oh, excuse me. Behind him was his faction, who were dragging someone by a rope toward the platform. Hurry up, foolish thing! What? Who are they dragging up to the stage? Whoever it is, they clearly don't want to be here. To be free from aging and death, huh? I suppose every wing dreams of escaping and rising beyond the body they were born with. H-Corp's pursuit of immortality probably isn't special in that regard. He hath brought a blood bag. Oh. I was thinking that. I was like, is that a blood bag? And then Don Quixote just spelled it out for me. Thank you, Don Quixote. I appreciate that. That's when we were finally able to recognize who the candidate dragged up to the stage. The eyes on focus and red, mouth slick with drool dribbling down the mouthguard. Meaningless, snarling. That is a mindless blood bag. How does a blood fiend become an answer to immortality? In layman terms, blood fiends may appear to have truly attained freedom from aging. However, as we are now all aware, blood fiends can grow old and weak after a prolonged period of blood deprivation. Thus, it is unlikely to provide the answer they seek. After some struggle, the blood bag was dragged, kicking and scowling past the curtains atop the platform. So that creature is the fabled blood fiend, then? I doubt that'll do the job. Blood fiends would indeed be quite the esoteric knowledge, but to the judges of this contest, I doubt they're anything more than lukewarm trivia. That Wang kid must have been pretty desperate, huh? He's either lazy as balls, or that boy ain't right in the upstairs. It appears that the knowledge of blood fiends is oddly common against this ilk. Indeed, blood fiends are present in every nest. It is little surprise that those privy to arcane knowledge are well aware of their existence. After a brief moment that lasted less than a minute, Wang Ren and his faction emerged from behind the curtains and descended from the platform. Wang Ren, candidate of the family hierarch evaluations, stand upon the podium and await your judgment. Then they ascended the round podium behind the platform as ordered. Thus, announcing Wang Ren's results for round 1 of the family hierarch evaluations. Elimination! No! Listen, all they need is blood. As long as you supply them with enough blood, they will be eternal and everlasting. Venerable Jiao Mu, please! Nay, what awaits them is no eternity at all. Verily, I know not the shape of this true immortality the evaluation seeketh to attain, yet the longevity of a blood fiend, shackled by blood and endless suffering, is unlikely to be one. What? But those damn hunters told me they still retain all of their memories. To become a blood fiend is to surrender all the desires of emotions that exist within thy being for a singular hunger for blood, and only blood. Perhaps that is an acceptable condition for those who expect nothing but fathomless torment for the rest of their lives. And for those with much to lose, with much in life they cling on to, as those present seem to. The fate of a blood fiend is no freedom from aging and death. It is but a sanguine shackle to enslave their minds. A member of Bao Yu's faction has given an excellent reply. No further elaboration is necessary. And you have failed to bring us a high kindred, let alone a blood fiend at all. This creature is but a miserable blood bag. I cannot even well commend your efforts. Here, Ren of the Wang family. They have spoken and mercifully given you the full explanation of your mistake. A privilege that failed candidates do not deserve. Let this be the final blessing of your life. Oh. The podium suddenly opens under their feet, casting Wang Ren and the blood bag to its depths with a blood-curdling screech. So that's what happens when you fail to pass. That's just... that was just for dramatic effect, right? There's gotta be, like, a side path leading back upstairs, right? Of course not. Can't you smell the stench of festering pain rising like heat from the depths? Ryoshu, you've been honing your sense of humor, huh? These are some pretty nasty jokes, though. Where does that hole lead? Judging by the time between the drop and the sound of the fall, I presume it goes quite far down. It probably leads to a place with lots of old family secrets. Oh, not treasures, of course, but trying to figure that out might get you a visit from a hay show, probably. They went all out with the theatrics, huh? Yeah, and we could very well be the ones screaming and falling down the hole later. The next candidate was summoned before we were even able to shake off the initial shock. Second candidate hails from the Zhui family. We sat through a few more names and subsequent failures. We couldn't hear what exactly they were talking about beyond the curtains, and unlike the very loud and obvious bloodback, the answers that other candidates brought were less obvious, so all we had to go on were the shadows of their desperate attempts to explain things before the judges. Another one? B-A-H. It means boring as hell. The longer we watched the death toll rise, the less shocking they became. Are they planning to fail everyone? 8th candidate, Bao Chai of the Zhui family. Oh my, look, we know her. No, please, don't let her die, please. She was technically our competition, but it seemed that she managed to give the sinners quite the positive impression with yesterday's brief encounter. Some of them were even cheering her on. We couldn't see exactly what it was that Zhui Bao Chai brought, but she was also holding something as she entered past the curtains. Bao Chai of the Zhui family. After her brief meeting with the judges, which, going by the shadows she cast on the curtains, appeared to have gone better than we had expected, she emerged. And as soon as she did, Bao Chai immediately turned in our direction, at Honglu to be exact. Bao Yu, you were watching me? And began excitedly waving her hand. Aw. She passes! Let's go! Yeah! The podium beneath her remained shut. Passing connection it may have been, yet I ill wish to see a familiar face be claimed by the abyss. Thus, I am glad. I'm glad too. I love her. She's so pretty. 7th candidate, Jia Jichun of the Jia family. Huh? It's Jichun's turn. She slowly ascended the platform, unaccompanied. She held in her hands a tightly sealed gourd bottle. Looks like she found it. She found the water from the river we saw in Don Quixote's memories back then. Impossible. She reached Lethe? The possibility that she actually reached there in person is infinitely minuscule. There is an infinitesimal statistical possibility that she could have reached the river, yet not even Faust can conceive how someone of their capabilities could reach the fountainhead of one of the deepest fathoms. This becomes even more possible when considering the relatively short passage of time since then and now. A more likely explanation might be that she obtained the waters by collecting its dew, or a portion of what has seeped out. Alas, that river's water serveth only to put to slumber one's memories. Pray, doth it truly hold a link to the immortality they seek? Yes, it is closely connected to the immortality of the mind they pursue. As there are but an extremely small number of people privy to the knowledge of the rivers, if the contents of that battle are genuine, Faust expects her to pass. Jichun of the Jia family passes! You have brought before us a priceless treasure. It must have taken unparalleled efforts to obtain this, given the meager size of your clan. Thank you, Big Sister Yuan Chun. As Faust expected, all 3 judges appeared quite satisfied by what Jia Jichun brought before them. Nice. Well, I guess it's our turn then, huh? Are we gonna show... We're probably gonna show them the rewind. Nice. Rewards earned. N-Corp? N-Corp? Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. N-Corp is... N-Corp... no, wait. Hold on. N-Corp is... The one who showed. Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Wait, N-Corp? Why are they back? Why is Cromer back? Next, 18th candidate. Bloody hell. There's how many people are there in this household? Juan of the Jia family. Kubo! And Juan? Why are they here? Our first meeting with that man was less than amicable, and I had a strong feeling that another one wasn't going to do anything to improve that. Jia Juan walked up to the platform. We all felt silent, hearing a familiar name. Bastard. I could feel that some sinners were going tense, some of them even gritting their teeth. And the other man, closely following Jia Juan, holding what looked like the egg of an abnormality, was also a familiar face. I'd seen him many times in Yiseng's memories. Dante, are you seeing what they're wearing? Ego gears. It can be speculated that they have either developed their own method of extraction or have scavenged them from Lobotomy Corporation. Kubo carries what appears to be an egg of an abnormality. Are they planning to just offer them an abnormality egg? How's that an answer to anything? While there is room for interpretation, some may present a reasonably arguable interpretation that abnormalities are entities that neighbor immortality. So the linchpin of their success hinges on which abnormality's egg that ends up being. If it's Big Brother Jia Juan, if it's Big Brother Jia Juan, I know he's never going to risk his life for something he thinks will fail. Juan of the Jia family passes the first evaluation. Contrary to most of our wishes, Jia Juan managed to pass the first round as well. Literally all of them were staring at Jia Juan, just like open eyes, telepathically hoping that they explode him. Many more candidates came and went. One of them carried a massive, mysterious coffin. Wang Dai Wei. One of them brought a thick book, and one of them presented a cage so tiny that we couldn't see what was within. Some of them managed to pass, while some of them were sent screaming into the mysterious abyss. As we waited and watched the candidates come and go, people from N-Corp, their turn complete, approached us. Yet early it is for twilight to arrive. Thus early too is this meeting of ours. As if to prove his own words back at the LCE, that he's succumbed to accept certain things as they are, Yiseng coolly regarded his older friend, who was now working for N-Corp. You must be finding this small and barren respite of yours quite enjoyable. I have not seen you just as you do now since the League fell. For what do you now approach me? The rift is too great betwixt us to chatter on with any affection to speak of. I do not mistake any intent. Do not mistake my intent, for it wasn't I who desired to approach you. My teammate simply wished to have a look at his brother's face, and I thought I might as well see how you are faring. Looks like everyone's coming back to Hongyuan now that the family hierarchy war started, brother. This is our first meeting since then, right? If it isn't the doltish fool who has eyes but knows not how to see. I know well enough you'd normally turn purple with aversion upon hearing even a brief mention of the word hierarch. So, why are you here? Who are you and your stinking entourage working for this? Is it that Shui girl, blinded by your looks to the revolting rot within? Or is it Jichun who still defends you in your meaningless, foul, profound spiel, deluded in her belief that you are still the same boy from her childhood? Why didn't you save him? No. Let me ask you a different question. Why did you save her? And only her? Jia Baoyu. Brother, humans die. It's what they're born to do. The next candidate will be judged soon. Candidates must return to their seats. You're a servant. You're barely even a living thing. Let us return. This discourse will not bear any fruit. What's this? A reunion party? I sure soured things. Those shameless bastards. It's obvious they're here to nick our things again. Maybe, but something about them feels different today. Whichever is the case, the safer option would be to place higher than them. Another one falls. His family has to be watching this, right? I wonder if they'll be okay. Sinclair mutters, watching another candidate fall down the trapdoor. I can't imagine how anyone would be okay with watching their own fall like that. Sinclair, Sinclair, the people sitting behind us. They're his parents. The guy who just fell. We raised that failure as our own son. What a pathetic disappointment. Don't worry, I have faith in our third child. I mean, it's not like we expected anything from this one, right? Oh, I see what it means to dedicate your whole life to becoming the family hierarch. Many people desperately vie for the seat of family hierarch. Of course, some of them, like his parents, hope to have their friend or a close blood relative become the family hierarch instead. So they seek to seize a lifetime's worth of riches and power and recognition by planting someone they control in the family hierarch seat without becoming one themselves. That kind's got a low shelf life. Looks like I finally got to know how my long-lost siblings are doing. Oh, excuse me. Why am I tired? I've been drinking caffeine. Looks like I finally got to know how my long-lost siblings are doing, thanks to this unforeseen opportunity. 27th candidate, Pan of the Shui family. Oh my goodness, why does she look... She's very pretty, but at the same time she looks dangerous. Why does she have so much hair? Or are those ropes? No, that's hair. Girl, your hair is crazy long. Shui Pan? Have we heard that name before? He's Big Sis Bao Chai's older brother. Shui Pan walked to the platform, holding what appeared to be a large jar with multiple talismans plastered over it. Hey, is it just me, or does that guy look like he's totally up to something? Let's be honest, who here doesn't? Yeah, but that sort's different. Instead of ascending to the platform and into the curtains, he walked up to the podium. Mate, looks to me like he's completely lost the plot. Candidate Shui Pan, you will ascend to the platform and enter the curtain threshold. Where's the fun in walking down the straightforward road? It's only right that something so precious and entertaining should be shared with everyone. Wouldn't you agree? He places the jar on the ground, and from within, a desiccated hand emerges. Pathetic sorcerer's trickery. Ryoshu muttered with palpable distaste. Why is he... What the heck is that? Corpses, their desiccated flesh covered in a light, sparse layer of old papers, crawled out of the jar and began to shamble. They're neither distortions nor abnormalities. Their behavior reminds me of bloodbags or sub-entities enslaved by abnormalities. Any semblance of consciousness has been stripped from them. They'll attack indiscriminately. But it seems that they're just as intent on maiming and killing whoever they can get their claws on. Executive Manager, we must prepare for battle. Your orders. Oh my god, the jar monster set upon the audience, stuffing the struggling, still breathing victims into their jars. Why aren't the organizers doing anything? This is still an event hosted by a wing, isn't it? Because there isn't a rule in the family hierarch war that prohibits bringing harm to other people. So they're just gonna sit back and twiddle their thumbs because no one specifically told them to step in? What the hell? What do we do now? Should we step in? We should probably survive and ensure our safe participation in the family hierarch war. What the hell are these? Get away! Get away from me! As the monsters began to swarm in, some candidates scattered and ran away, while some stood their ground and fought back. Those who did, neither were the ones getting slaughtered. I was simultaneously reminded of Sod and the confident smile she flashed at me as she reassured us that we should be able to pass the first round with little to no trouble. Looks like we have no choice but to take them down. Oh, man. Well, you got it. Oh, what the hell are these guys? So what do these guys do? I'm assuming they're Rupture? Yeah, they're Ruptured because they're Talisman. When this unit is staggered, have the Rupture potency and Rupture count on the target this unit last hit. Oh, okay. On skill, if target has one remaining Rupture count, inflict one Rupture count 2 times per turn. Damn. On hit, if target has one remaining Rupture count, inflict 2 Rupture count 2 times per turn. If this unit kills itself, inflict 2 Rupture and 1 Rupture count on all enemies. Oh, it can kill itself. Okay. They do Rupture Bleed. Okay, gotcha. This one's big. Base power for every 10% missing HP on self. Max 5. Coin power plus 1 for every... No, hold on. Coin power... No, it's a coin power plus 5. Coin power plus 1 for every 4 rupture on target. Max 3 if target has 10 plus rupture and rupture count. Inflict rupture count equal to that. Okay, so this is an unbreakable coin, so I'm gonna have to be careful with that. Unopposed. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll offset that. That's also unopposed. Do that, we'll do that, and then we'll do this favored. This is against favored, so let's see what happens. Okay, no coin from Faust, which is whatever. Nice. Let's go, Gregor. He didn't get anything, but the Deathrite Venom is going to help out. Alright, cool. Oh, come on, Merso. Come on, Merso. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's my guy right there. That's 4 coins? Jesus. It's going to be a little bit of damage, but it's fine. Didn't do too much damage. Okay, Faust is okay. She stole the attack. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. All the enemies are staggered, so that's good. Alright, we're going to have to... Alright. Latch it on. Oh boy. That sounds fun. Okay, one of them got staggered, which is good. Nice, let's go Don Quixote! That's my girl right there. That's my girl. Arcana beat. Nice. That's good. Oh, she could have staggered it. That would have been awesome. And then she wouldn't have had to inflict anything. Nice. What is with this poison thing? Take 2 fixed damage, then halve the count. Does this one... Oh, when this unit is staggered, eliminate the rupture potency and rupture count on the target this unit hit last on hit. Oh, turn end against all enemies, inflict poison equal to the number of turns that passed since this unit joined the battle, max 5. If this unit kills itself, apply number of turns times 5 poison and inflict plus 2 rupture. Count on all enemies next turn, max of 25. Alright, let's do our best then. So we gotta get rid of the big guy then. That's the main strategy, it seems like. Damn, Merso. Oh my god, he almost staggered this one. That would have been awesome. 9 damage. Oh, that's fine. Ooh. Oh my god, Merso has paralyzed now. Oh shit. That's probably bad. Dominate. Oh my god, Ishmael lost her snake arm, so we gotta keep building her up. What's Gregor at? Gregor is at no snake arm, so he's gonna crit with his skill 2, so he should be able to get 2. He has guaranteed crits at the moment, so he's gonna be able to get his guaranteed crits, and then hopefully be able to whatchamacallit. Oh, nice kill from Faust. And then he should be able to get his snake arms from just his skill 2s. Nice. Nice. He did get a snake arm, but it's only for 1 turn, so he's gonna have to get some more snake arms later. Okay, she didn't crit yet, so that's good. Okay, Gregor has guaranteed. Rodion doesn't have enough. Okay, let's see. This is unopposed. Let's go with this so that we can get Don Quixote in. So that we can get Don Quixote another magical arcana, and we'll get going. Okay, this guy should be dying. Okay, that guy dies. That's good. We'll use the coin because she's at 10 speed. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. Whoa! Why are you able to reuse your coin on the counter? What the hell, dude? Not cool. Alright, he did... Oh, right. Skill 3, so he's able to use his... get his snake arms back. Nice. Alright. Nice. Let's go, Jichun. That's good. That's good. Helpful. Very helpful. Very helpful. Nice. 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 Okay, not bad. Not bad. And then... Yep. Rodion kills. Nice. Alright, cool. And now, and then there was one. Somehow. Alright, we'll just damage up and win. It don't matter. I mean, this guy's dead. Oh, he gets staggered first? Oh yeah, he's out of here, dude. He's out of here. I mean, what do you want from me? He's dead. Thank you, Don Quixote. Alright, cool. That was easy. So that guy's a villain. The crazy man looks like a villain. From what I can tell. Here we go. Nice. Alright. The thumb? Ooh. Oh wait, this is where the Merceau and the Sinclair IDs came from, no? Well, we'll have to see what they do then. Okie doke. Let's see what happens. Oh. Oh, we're still fighting the these guys, huh? Let's do this for the power counter. Don Quixote needs to build up her stuff. Don Quixote needs to build up her magical arcana, so we'll use the skill 3 right now. Nice. So she'll use this arcana beat. Oh, she almost got the second coin. Okay, please hit the guy with the unbreakable coins. I was hoping the volley would hit the guy with the unbreakable coin. Okay, not bad. Oh, good stagger, good stagger. That's huge. That's huge. Okay. Oh, Don Quixote got staggered. How? Did she not break all the coins? Girl. They really needed to buff Don Quixote's HP thresholds. Or just her HP in general. Dude, how? How did she get staggered from that? Oh my god, man. That sucks. Oh, that sucks so bad. Whatever, she's gonna be okay next turn at least, so that'll be helpful. I should use a power counter with Faust now that I think about it to see if I could, to see if any... Oh no, well it didn't matter in the end, but next time I should use a power counter against Faust to see... Oh wait, hold on, I'll do this. Magical Girl of Love and Hatred. Oh wait, I could do this for the unfocused volley, and then Gregor can get that. Alright, let's go Gregor! Nice, good hit. He's gonna get more poise after. Alright, come on, Don. Kill him. Or at least stagger it. Ooh, almost. It's just gonna be a little bit of damage, but it's fine. Alright, there goes that one. And now for the unfocused volley with guaranteed crits. So we're reusing all of our coins. Nice. Huge. Alright, there's more. So this is gonna be a little dangerous. Don Quixote does not have her skill 3 right now, so we're gonna have to be a little cautious about it. You need to build up your poise again. Don Quixote can do her skill 2, and then Gregor needs to build up his snake arm. Well, no, he has guaranteed crits, doesn't he? But he almost has guaranteed crits. I can do the envy. It doesn't really matter for me. Well, we can do the envy. Nice. Let's go. Nice. Nope. Wrong. Incorrect. Okay, not bad. This is gonna hurt a little bit, but it's fine. God, that really does do that. Rupture and bleed is a really nasty combo because you're taking damage as you're hitting the enemy, as well as taking damage when you're getting hit by the enemy. It just like piles on really quickly. All right, good power counter. Oh no! Oh god. Okay, Gregor gets staggered. That's. Oh, I wish he had more speed. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, stagger plus. Oh god. All right, we gotta protect Gregor as much as possible. I'll do the Gloom Res so that Jichun can hopefully get her stuff up. Okay, nice. So hopefully we should have enough for an assist defense. Nice. Nice going, Ishmael. Okay, nice. This is good. That's really good. Good stagger from Faust. Humongous stagger from Faust. Alright, 50% chance on all of his crits. Nice! And he got the crits. Let's go. Alright, and then we just have Jichun to attack finish it off? Alright, cool. I don't have Fluid Sac, and I don't have Pursuance up either. How many more enemies are there? Just the 2. Okay. So I believe we should be able to kill no matter what then, no? Yeah, we should be able to kill no matter what. Nice. Nice. Ow, that's fine. It don't matter. You're out of here, buddy boy. Nice. Huge. Very, very easy. Alright. My rupture team is looking pretty nice. What remained inside the hall after the battle was devastating. Many in the audience had fled. Many in the audience seats had fled, as the seats that were once brimming with people were only half filled. And the candidate zone here was littered with bodies of candidates who were mauled to death. Meanwhile, the jar monsters, having eaten their fill, had already crawled back into the jar. I looked around and saw some candidates still holding tightly onto the treasures they each had brought to the contest, even as they drew their last breaths. In midst of all this destruction stood the cause of this chaos, watching the slaughter play out with assured confidence. How will you attain freedom from aging? How will you argue freedom from death with minds so dull and bodies so frail? What say you, judges? I present before you not only the clue to immortality, but also a treasure that brings ruin to those who would dare to deceive you. Here's my answer to the perennial question. So, you have brought us the clay of the jar. It can be said that those who fail to survive this do not qualify as family hierarchy candidates, yes? Pan of the Jouet family passes. He gets to pass when he almost got everyone in here killed? All that matters is that what he has brought meets their standards. Looks like he managed to get 2 birds with 1 stone. He eliminated the distracting rabble from the competition. If we ever run into that bastard in round 2, you better let me take more than a few swings at him. 28th candidate, Shi Dazen from the Shi family. But no one walked up to the platform. As he has failed to appear, he is eliminated by default. The Jia Zheng called a few more names thereafter, but 29th candidate, 30th candidate. The number of candidates has clearly been called, but none appeared. Disappointingly, MB. Yeah, all the mediocre bunch got wiped out from that attack, and the leftovers were exhausted. Ryoshu looked around as though she was doing some sort of critique. Huh? That lug? Huh? That motherfucker? Well, I'll be! I thought you'd gone and vanished into the earth. What the hell are you doing crawling around here? Girl, I saw you giving me the evil eye. Let's leave the decency to say hi. At least have the decency to say hi, eh? Ryoshu, that guy's talking to you, right? In a very, very rare display of raw emotion, I realized that she was anxious and furious. Oh, do you know him? What an absolute unit. Bloke's got to be at least 2 meters tall. Do not look at that man, Dante, and everyone avert your eyes as well. It is strongly recommended that we do not say a word to him. That's right, you shrimps. You gotta first wreck them teensy brains of yours. That's right, you shrimps. You gotta first wreck them teensy brains of yours. Gotta think real hard about whether you can even come close to my rank before running your mouth, you hear? That shithead, Lei Heng. He's a finger. The thumb is a syndicate with the strictest adherence to rigid hierarchical structure even among the fingers. And his placement in the hierarchy is the highest even among their capos. His rank is immediately beneath the position of a Sado capo, or underboss. A small mistake could drag us into a battle we do not want to fight. Please order everyone to not say a word, Dante. I don't know what's going on, but I get it. You're saying that we're this close to having another Ricardo hunting us down, right? Yeah, let's avoid that. Do as Faust asks, everyone. Lei Heng began stomping his way through the crowd toward us, casually but forcefully shoving everyone in his way to the sides. His gait was blasé and brutish, but I noticed his eyes were fixed intently on Ryoshu. It seemed that among the crowd were some people in higher positions as well, but even they either averted their eyes or voluntarily got out of his way. He marched confidently through the frozen crowd, as though he was familiar with this kind of reception, until a cry rang out from the crowd. You there, you big brute! How dare you block young Master Nangong Jinhei's view? I'll have you know that you stand before the retinue of the Nangong family, the house that shall soon be one of the 4 houses. Instead of a reply, we heard a blast of gunpowder, then saw the right arm of the man who spoke out catapult into the air. The screaming muffled as Lei Heng forcibly shoved his giant hand down the man's throat. Then, with the sound of wet meat being pulled apart, he ripped the entire length of the man's throat out through his mouth. Young Master Nangong Jianhe, ain't you? You owe me an arm now. Mighty sorry, but you should have kept a tighter leash on your boy's John. The young master of some prestigious house presented his right hand, though it was clear that he was utterly terrified. Li Heng proceeded to grab his hand and break it off his forearm like snapping a twig. I went easy on you, boy. Seeing a friendly face put me in a good mood. Anywho, I don't reckon you missed the spider's house. Can't imagine why anybody would. Gives me the heebie-jeebies too, whenever I got a swing by. We gotta do some catching up. We got some catching up to do later. I'll teach you how to fold your sword real good, right like back when. Weren't mine the best out of them all? I thought I taught you how to cut every. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I thought I taught you how to make every cut real fucking delicious. Ryoshu, now is not yet the time. Faust whispered to Ryoshu in a low voice without raising her head. Shut up for a damn second. Faust trusts that you still remember the promise you made. Remember the promise made prior to your employment. Get that stick out of your behind, kiddo. I ain't here to pick you up. I sure as hell ain't trying to teach you a lesson either like back when. Your baby's still at the house, ain't that right? Ryoshu was grabbing the hilt of her sword like she was about to unsheath it. The same sword she refused to unsheath for the duration of our entire journey. Am I wrong about that? Just what in tarnation happened then? I ain't exactly nose deep in them fellers' business. Gotta understand. Guess something sure as hell went down though, didn't it? Ha! Now ain't that something? So you're really fixing to unsheath that blade? Miss Ryoshu. In a quiet but coldly stern voice, Faust calls Ryoshu's name. Ryoshu. I'm sorry? Ah, dang it. What in the gosh dang? My bad, y'all. I really gotta take this. It's the underboss calling. Y'all gotta understand. Alrighty then, I'll meet you later. We can talk about your daddies or shoot some other shit then. See you around, Yoshihide. Yoshihide. The strange man turns around and stomps his way through the crowd again, his booming voice reverberating across the entire hall as he loudly and boisterously answers the call. You have a call. You have a call. You have a call. All right, bye, Lei Heng. He's got to be here for the family hierarch war, right? The outcome of the family hierarch evaluation determines the immediately foreseeable future of H Corp, which brings parties of varying, possibly clashing interests here. Hey, Heathcliff. Notice you didn't rush ahead this time. I was worried it was going to be like the time of the middle. I know a thing or two about the thumb from back from my syndicate days, and about what happened with the middle. Like I said, I had no bloody idea who those things belonged to. Besides, that sword is more powerful and violent than Ricardo, an individual we had encountered in the past. The thumb commands its own manner of terror and violence, unlike that of the middle. As we were all sharing our impressions of Lei Heng, I found Ryoshu frozen in place, in the same position she had been in when Lei Heng walked past her, space snail. All the way to the pinky, huh? Ryoshu muttered something to herself, as even further chaos was about to overtake the crowd and the candidates. 32nd candidate, Jia Kui. Jia Zheng called upon the next candidate. Oh wait, no, that's Jia Shi. Jia Chu. Sorry, I'm stupid. And at the mere mention of the name, the chaos that had swallowed the hall immediately settled into a huddled silence. Oh. I'm pretty sure that's Jia Chi. I think. Hold on. Let me read this. Let me have Google read this just in case. Just in case. Yeah, Jia Chu. Jia Chu walked up to the platform, unaccompanied by his own faction, but not alone. Who are those people next to Jia Chu? I've never met them before. Oh, then that must mean that their big brother Jia Chu's answers to immortality. Who could they possibly be? Neither of them appear to be particularly skilled in combat. Yeah, they're both constantly looking around, like they're nervous. They are. Faust believes that they are survivors of the library. Survivors? The only ones who survive the impossible, inevitable odds, and the insurmountable force. They are the only survivors who may be able to explain that very force. Possibly. Candidate Chiu of the Jia family. Jia Chiu didn't spend much time behind the curtains. He walked out soon after, his steely expression unchanged from when he entered. The testimony rings true. They are both survivors of the place and that sword beyond the star of the city, before it vanished. It is a shame that we were unable to procure ourselves an invitation then. He passes. Jia Chu's expression did not budge. Anxiety's gotta be a foreign concept to that guy. Then, that covers all the candidates, it seems. With the first route complete to all 4 families who have graced this hall. Excuse me! Unlike Jia Chu, whose appearance plunged the hall into utter stillness, Hung Lu's sudden interjection roused the room into a roaring chaos of confusion once again. Bao Yu? What? I think you might have missed a candidate. What do you mean? I believe we have covered every candidate present in the list. You missed me! Jia Bao Yu of the Jia family will partake in the family hierarchy evaluations. Oh, there we go. Yeah! Hong Lu! Okay, I think I have enough time for one more. If it's a part battle, part story one, then I won't do it. But this is just a story, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one last one, and then I'll probably end the stream right after. Isn't that Jia Bao Yu? What's that doing here? And what did he just say? I had a feeling this was gonna happen, but we really kicked the hornet's nest, huh? Hark, one and all, and gaze upon our glory! In the 11th hour doth the final band of heroes arrive! Yisang, don't pretend you're not with us, huh? At least give the audience a wave. Guys, I don't think they're taking the announcement too well. A large portion of audience is vociferously expressing their collective confusion, wrath, and concern. These emotions are expressed by their jaws that have been opened past a certain degree. As Marceau observed, I realized that the chaos wasn't restricted to the audiences. The candidates were starting to get agitated too. And there he is, the disgusting, duplicitous bastard who brings annihilation to everyone around him with that silly, innocent smile. Huh? What's going on? I thought Bao Yu wasn't participating in the Hierarch War. That dumbass. SYNC. Explain yourself, now. Miss Sod told me to grab onto your sword like my life depended on it if you said that exact phrase. Blimey, we can't just... She mentioned you too, Heathcliff! She told me that if you ever said anything like, can't we just give him a good beating and be done with it, I should... What a throwback. Decorum! I demand decorum! I hope you do not mean to risk having your body marred. Withdraw your name. It isn't too late now. I'm heading in, Father. 33rd candidate, Bao Yu, of the Jia family. Come forth. Ready, Dante? I don't know. And what about you, Ryoshu? I'm itching to get chopped. Need to vent this shitty feeling. Are you sure they're going to be okay, Faust? This is something that must be done regardless of the soundness of its participants. Faust spoke sternly. I still quite detest this plan. Let's be honest for a sec. Are any of us actually happy to go through with this? Okay, I guess there's the one. Hong Lu, Ryoshu, and I walked up to the platform. Up close, it was much larger, grander, and more imposing than I thought it'd be. Enter the fabric threshold. Once we walked past the curtains as instructed, we saw Jia Yuanchun, Jia Mu, and Jia Zhang waiting for us inside. I know not what in your life beyond the hedges could have wrought this change of heart. But to see you aspire to the seat of the hierarch is indeed a sight most curious. It's been a while, big sister. Has the life in Q-Corp been treating you well? I have seen and learned much, as you must have, Bao Yu. Now I see your true reason for returning home today. I'm sorry, grandmother. I thought better than to let this be common knowledge. So you did. Now that you have revealed your intent, withdrawal is no longer an option. Very well. Now present the answer that you have brought here today. I'm sure you've already sat through many... Oh, I accidentally skipped that. I'm sure you've already sat through many people explaining, people standing in the same place I am now, explaining to you what it was that they brought. So I suppose you would much rather that I give you a straightforward visual demonstration than make you sit through another 1,000-word lecture. Honglu gave Ryoshu a nod. Yes, I'm okay. Our answer that we may be able to demonstrate before them is resurrection via Dante's power, to show them that to us, death is but a temporary setback. And the most dramatic demonstration of that ability would be to split it in half. Oh! Indeed, you have certainly demonstrated something. You were truly the last dreary part of today, Bao Yu. I see. So the most effective way to do it would be for me to get killed in front of them. Without any room for ambiguity at that. Yes. Then does that mean that one of us has to, make sure that Honglu no longer lives? Yeah, I was thinking that they were gonna do this. I had the speculation. Oi, no need to beat around the bush. Remember what we did to each other when we first met? Then, Heathcliff, is the implication that you are still willing to murder Honglu without hesitation. Murder? Mate, did you really have to put it like... Verily, I do not wish to hurt my good companions more than I already have. It may be a stretch to say that it is fortunate, however. We seem to have an individual among us who may be able to carry out the task in a most painless, swift, and unburdened manner. And everyone immediately turned to look at. Oh. So, how would you like to be cut? Where's that fucker Lei Han? Who's he working with? It seemed that slicing Honglu in half did nothing to distract Ryoshu from her own thoughts. Jiamu watched us in silence, motionless in her seat. You have split his brain in half. You have irreversibly ended this child's life. Not even life insurance shall be able to bring him back now. Oh, you! Well then, what will you do now? You have no means to restore the state of the family. For your transgressions you will... Clock. Spin it. And so it turned in one of the most high-intensity situations I'd ever turned. The muscle fibers, the nerves, the flesh that was split, all began to reconnect like a rewinding videotape. Wait. Huh? Wait? Why doesn't this hurt at all? Ryoshu's skill with the sword was no joke. I didn't feel even the slightest bit of discomfort. I doubt Honglu even realized that he was dying. Bao Yu, I truly realize that it has been a while since we've met. He has grown quite bold. Huh? I smell beasts. Dark shadows had appeared outside the curtains, surrounding us before I even realized what was happening. Bull, rooster, dragon, monkey. The Heisho were here. The task was to find the answer to freedom from aging and death. Not to break a taboo and precipitate the destruction of our home. It has not been long since the family that once led H-Corp was brought to ruin. No arbiter nor claw shall ravage a family of Hongyuan again. Jia Yuanchun appeared ready to command the Heisho to kill us all, but Jiamu silenced her with a wave of her hand. You will wait. Venerable Jiamu, once the resurrection is complete, the head will... We must end this before they... Hold for but 15 minutes, at least. To be rash in judgment is to judge incompletely. I wish not to lose either our treasure and a clue to immortality. And Honglu was whole once again. Ah, thank you, Ryoshu. It really didn't hurt at all. And you too, Dante. NP. Grandmother, big sister Yuanchun, did you see that? This is the immortality I found. Are we safe? If aught be owed, a swift vengeance shall arrive in time. It is simply yet to return. Jiamu's quiet utterance seems to dissipate the forces that had surrounded us outside the curtains. Jia Bao Yu in the first round of the family hierarchy evaluations. You pass. Bao Yu of the Jia family passes. What trickery is this? I thought he was off on some sightseeing tour away from Hongyuan with a jobless rich kid. When did he even manage to find his own answer? Thus ends the first round. Those who pass must prepare for the second round, set to commence tomorrow. Remember, the candidates are barred from harming one another between now and the commencement of the second round of the evaluations. This is your one and only rule. Thus, remember it well. Anyone who dare break it shall immediately be disqualified. That is all. As soon as Jia Zhang announced at the end of the first round, everyone in the audience seats began rushing toward the first floor. Getting mixed up with that crowd is probably not a great idea. Let's get out of here. Indeed. Let us immediately return to Hang Lu's room. And we decided to slip out of here before the curious crowd swept us away. However, as we turned around to leave, stood Jia Qi in our path. Oh, Big Brother Xiu. Congratulations on passing the first round. I hear that you have passed as well, young master. Congratulations are in order, it seems. How is it that you, young master, who has not shown an inkling of ambition toward the seat of the hierarch, suddenly emerge as one of its candidates, positively stealing the show? Well, you know, sometimes people get swept up by random surges of ambition. Wasn't that surge of ambition your company's and not young master Bao Yu's? Well, if our last meeting didn't confirm it, it sure seems like they know us well. Have we not impressed upon you enough that you were to nicely remain within the borders? Instead, he sparked such disorder at the fringes of this perimeter. I had thought that his only role in the design would be to be played as a pawn by Jia Jichun, no more. My lord, perhaps you have overestimated this young master. Are you still of the belief that the inaction of it is a path without consequence? I didn't even get to say hello to you earlier, brother Chi-Yu. Bao Yu of the Jia family formally extends his greetings to you. I realize that this is the first time we're meeting face to face since I reached adulthood. Speaking of which, did you manage to stitch Big Brother Yihua and Mr. Xing Tao's heads back onto their bodies? Eh? Heathcliff was the first to let out a flabbergasted gasp before the other sinners followed suit. I guess that's just how siblings of Hongyuan greet each other, huh? Seems like Miss Bao Chai was just a particularly nice exception. You ask a question that deserves no answer. You have arrived here, unprepared, yet ready to cast yourself into the flames, all for the mere reason that your turn had come. If your mind hasn't changed, then it would have been wise to remain unseen and unnoticed as you were. Yes, thank you for your concern. This facade of wisdom and pensiveness worn upon your speech is truly intractable. Do I do that? Noticing Jia Qi's hands tighten around his weapon, Ishmael quickly jumped in. Oh, in case you forgot, there's a rule preventing candidates who pass the first round from killing each other. Hopefully, I'm not the only one who remembers that. If you're going to continue to bully us, don't be surprised if there are consequences. Otis, you've finished your preparations, right? The reinforcements are standing by at the front gates. Oh, what reinforcements? Which is why I am warning you that taking any rash actions prior to the start of the second round could result in a pointless skirmish for both of us. A loud boast from an illusory army in an empty fortress, though I believe that sheer might is hardly the quality one should flaunt. I am not intent on fighting you here. Jia Bao Yu, you will beget great suffering by endeavoring to embrace beyond your abilities. Yet, if he still wishes to challenge and be broken, then perhaps the outcome is simply meant to be. And with that, they turned around and left us. It seemed that they were here only to give us a warning. What a relief! I thought we'd have to fight Jia Qiu and his Heisho pack. They did see right through us in the end, but hey, nice teamwork, Otis. What unbelievable impudence. Did you notice how they did not even glance at the rest of us through that entire exchange? Shui Baochai peeked out from a pillar before walking up to Honglu. You passed the first round! I'm so happy for you, Bao Yu. Seriously, what's going on here? I didn't imagine even in my wildest dreams that you'd be participating in the family hierarch war. Congratulations to you, big sister Bao Chai, for passing the first round. Gathering from the fact that you hid it even from me, you really didn't want anyone to know, right? Yeah, I imagine that must have kicked up quite the ruckus with everyone. Now I'm starting to feel kind of bad about this. Somehow we ended up lying to everyone. Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. Own it instead. Well, if it's all the same to you, then I want to say that I'm so happy that you decided to take part. I was worried that you might have already left Hongyuan so far away from me again by the time I was finished with that family hierarch war. That would have been too bad. So, I'm glad that we'll get to spend more time together, even as contestants. Don't forget to say hello and give me a wave if we ever run into each other, okay? Jue Baochai left us to rejoin her faction, waving sweetly as she did so. Oh, she's so nice! Oh, she's so nice! I love her! I love her. There's death flags. There's death flags everywhere around her. Help! Please! Please save her! Please save her! Okay, aside from that, though, that's gonna be it for the stream. I have work, unfortunately, so I must go do that. Tomorrow, we will continue around the same time, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. PST. I will go ahead and continue the Canto. But until then, thank you everybody watching. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't really have anything else to say, so I'll just go ahead and spew off the usual spiel. Remember, look for the police crossing the street, don't get hit by cars, and have a good day.